Texas Radio Hall of Fame broadcaster, your buddy Outlaw Dave, the Rock Ambassador, and you're listening to the So Smokin' Gooder Barbecue Show. Gooder, is that right?
Oh, well, hello there. I'm Dennis Butterworth with Warpick Barbecue, but you can call me Butter, and you're listening and watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show with Rob Arocha.
I'm Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
Are you ready to turn up the heat? 1. Let's go! Because you've just tuned in to the one and only So Smokin' Gooder Show. We're coming to you live from Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. This is the show where we talk all things barbecue and brews, and you better believe we're here to have a good time. Get ready for the man who knows barbecue like the back of his hand, the guy who can tell you the difference between an IPA and a stout blindfolded, and the life of every party, your barbecue pitmaster and the host with the most, Rob Arocha. Whether you're part of the Gooder Gang or just here for the special guests, barbecue competition updates, or maybe even to rate some boxes, strap in, fire up those smokers, and crack open a cold one, because the So Smokin' Gooder Show starts now.
Yes, what is up? Welcome to the show. We got another show lined up for you again tonight. It is July 31st. Just had my birthday a couple, 3-4 days ago. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate all of that. But yeah, it's a little after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, and you know where to be. That is right here watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show. We've got lots of information to bring you tonight. We're going to have a wonderful show. We've got another lineup of guests. Yeah, for those that don't know, we're going to have a special appearance from Mr. Phil Breeden. Yeah, that'll happen here in just a moment. Y'all saw the intro with Phil, but we got another special appearance with Mr. Phil Breeden. Talk about lots that happen in the Phil Breeden world of things. Number 7, if you don't know, 7, 5, 2, 6, 7. Yeah. Before we get to any and all of that, I got to introduce you guys to my co-host of the evening and our producer. Let's bring them both in tonight. We got producer Ty doing all the legwork from behind you right there. And of course, we got the co-host of the evening, Mr. Eddy Morales.
What's up, brother?
Ty, bring it.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
There it is. Again, I mentioned last week, if you don't know the controversy, don't go down that rabbit hole. Do not go down that rabbit hole. But I'm looking forward to a wonderful show. Ty, how are you, my man?
I'm great. I'm looking forward to it. Every week is something new, and it seems like the level of sharing that's going on the last 4 or 5 weeks on the So Smokin' Gooder Show has been great. So I love it.
Last weekend, we had a lot of eyes on our show last weekend. We had the power rankings, first of 2024. Shout out to Chris Webb from Bushmaster Barbecue and Brant Williams from Pig and Whiskey Competition Barbecue. They were amazing panelists. They had an amazing list of teams. Of course, my man right here, Mr. Eddy Morales, with his list. And I had my own list. But Eddy, feeling really proud. He's feeling really proud because
I'm proud of my list.
You're proud of your list. The power rankings are not a predictive list. It is a how you've been list.
My number one. You know what I mean?
Your number one all across the world. Hashtag Bullhorn worldwide. We got to do a hashtag LC worldwide. Congratulations to Phil Breeden, Carmen Breeden, Reed Breeden. They were all the Breedens were on the other side of the world in Australia. Did you catch any of that, Ty?
Yeah, I kept following their social media pretty closely. I saw the big ass trophy that Phil had. I saw Reed with the belt around him. and I saw Carmen in the background just looking at her boys. So I mean, the effort that family puts into the barbecue culture every week is astonishing, and I'm just glad that they're seeing a lot of the fruits of their labors, not only in Texas but worldwide now.
Absolutely. Ty, thank you very much. We've got a great show lined up for you. Producer Ty is going to be doing all the legwork in the background. Before we get to our first guest of the evening, which is the guy we were just talking about, Mr. Phil Breeden, we got to give some shout outs to the Gooder Gang. Let's do it right now. Carlos Calzada, what is up, my man? How are you, my man? Daddy Dutch Barbecue, the dude barbecue checking in. There's our man Christian Contreras, well on the way. I believe a new father. Congratulations to you and your lovely wife. That is amazing. Much success to all of your family right there. Sam Demerit, Two Sauce Birdies. If you did not get a chance to check out their new show, it's called Beyond the Smoke. It's on Mondays at 8 o'clock, I believe. Sam, check me out. Chance Vernon, what is going on? Chance, how are you? Yo, welcome to the show. I think that is a new name. We do this show each and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Dicho, Porky's Pit Crew, what's going on? Kevin Hernandez, my pits are burning. Ricardo Nieto Jr., what is happening? Louis Gonzalez, hi Louis, what's up, my man? LC Barbecue, there he is. What's up, Gooder Gang? You'll see Phil here in just a moment. Daddy Dutch Barbecue, Kevin. Yeah, I'm sorry, I already said that. Phil Ellie, what's going on? Let's fucking go. Derek Waltz, yeah, just pits right there. Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, what's going on? Brandon Perriman, sup, Gooder Gang. Who else we got here? Jared McCrory checking in, even everybody. O'Callagh Q, Randall Johnson, for those that don't know, evening, y'all. Matt Pereira, let's see. How you say that, Eddie?
Pereira.
There you go, right there. Little Gringo checking in. Old Man's Barbecue, Backyard Barbecue. There it is right there. Matt Casper, what's going on? Corby, Doodle Q, what's going on? Surge, say that last name. He said it last night.
Gracida.
There it is, Gracida. I've been saying Gracida. Yeah. There it is right there. Stephen Powell, what's going on? Dustin Stanley from the barbecue store in Hempstead. What is going on? Stephen Powell, what's up? How are you? Raul Gonzalez, RG3. Brandon Flores, what's going on? Armando De Luna from Laredo Roof Solutions. There it is right there. Aaron Leslie, what's up, bitches? Ryan Fox, Stephen Pfeiffer, Texas-made smokers. All right. And Los 239 Grillers. All right, you ready to start this show, my man, Eddie?
Let's LFG, bro.
All right, how did you do this weekend? How are things with you, my man?
Pretty good, man. Y'all remember I was sick last week, so I don't even remember half the show.
Both sick.
And then, I went and cooked out in Driftwood. Got my ass whooped as usual out there. But, man, I had a first place rib, 11th chicken, 11th brisket. So finished 7th overall. But I'll take that first place rib for $1,000, you know.
We both finished 7th overall. I had a second place pork. Was not $1,000. not even close. Not even close. But hey, that all works. Hey, as long as you're walking, you're doing good. All right. You ready to bring on our first guest of the evening? This is your number one.
My number one. Rankings.
You want to introduce Mr. Phil Breeden to the Gooder Gang?
Yeah, sure. Here's my number one, who number one, Mr. Phil Breeden with LC Barbecue.
It might be Phil on a mobile. This could be Phil from Wish.
Phil from who the fuck is this guy?
Or it's Temu Phil.
Good to be here.
Intergalactic world champion. Welcome to the show.
This is Phil from
taking over the world, boys. I'm just kind of got some new rubs coming out we're going to introduce tonight as well. So let's get this thing going. But I ain't got but about 10 minutes.
You got 10.
I'm going to plane to Portland, Oregon. Then I'm going to go to Kuwait. I got two shows over there. So, yeah. Good. Matter of fact, what damn show is this? I've been on 12 today. Let's see.
This is the final one, bro. This is the final.
Good to be here, man. Good to see you guys.
Hey, Phil, so you went, you needed 7, right? You had 6 in your pocket. You needed 7, and you decided Australia was the place to be, my man.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm blessed. I knew I was going to get number 7. It was a matter of time. I didn't care if I got it down under, on top. I was going to get it somewhere. We were going to fly into Italy. But we pulled it out at the last minute. I'm real proud of the team, So went over there. They actually paid us to come over. We made money. We took about a month and a half vacation. My child, Reed's going to have to redo the grade, but it was well worth it. It was worth it. This is our second, maybe third world champion. We're planning on taking over the world, and that's our goal.
We have a hashtag Bullhorn Worldwide, but LC Worldwide is legit, bro. What does that mean to you to go across the pond? Not even a pond. That's a whole world down south, southern hemisphere, and show them what Texas barbecue is all about. How do you feel about that, my man?
Yeah, the Texas barbecue worldwide. It was just a matter of time. Really, it was a fishing trip to go pick up my trophy. I don't mean to be so cocky, but let's be honest with you. It was just a vacation to know I was going to get that. I'd already made reservations in Lynchburg. I got a B&B. We were going. So, now we got classes. We got one we're doing over in Spain. It's going to be $17,000. But, guys, you can't afford not to do it, to be honest with you. So, hit me up. We'll get you in here because if I win another world champion, I don't know if you can afford it. So, let's jump on board, fellas. But it was good. It was fun. Love the people of Australia. Just good folks down there. Good folks. But yeah, Texas barbecue's king. We all know it.
Eddie, you got a question for Phil?
So I heard, man, y'all didn't cook cow brisket down there, right? I heard y'all had to do kangaroo brisket. Is that true?
We threw a few joeys on there. To be honest with you, I don't give a damn. I'll cook kangaroo, cat, beaver, pie. Whatever. It's all a tenderness game. So at the end of it, they threw it in there. I cooked it. I'm not sure what the hell it was, to be honest with you, but it was good. And they asked for it to go box. So, but yeah, they did all kind of stuff there, but everybody had to do it. And but they did have some good brisket there. I will say the May 9s are pretty good.
So is it true when you flush the toilet, does it go the opposite direction?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't use the toilet the whole time there. Couldn't tell you, fellas. I got off into some stuff that I didn't see a toilet. A lot of grass. And hell, Kit about burned that down too.
Speaking of Kit, I hear he's a rock star in Australia.
He is. He's we lost him for 2 days, to be honest with you. If I'm just being completely honest with you, we had to put an APB out on him, and he just showed up at the invitational. So we got him back, but he was happy. He wouldn't take them damn shades off, so I don't know what he got into, some down under, bang bang, or but it was fun. We all made it back. So
I saw some pictures. I think y'all were running Kit a little into the ground. He looked a little like Gary Busey, bro.
And he smelled like Gary Busey when it was, I don't think he ran across the shower the whole 3 weeks we were there. He was having a good time. Hell,
Talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
That was Kit, my man. That was Kit, looking like Busey, apparently smelling like Busey.
Yeah.
But talk about that trophy, man, and what does that mean for the Breeden family?
It's just another one to the collection, to be honest with you. We put it somewhere in the back. I don't really care about trophies. I just care about titles. We're here this is our livelihood. This is what we do for a living. I got to stack these things like cordwood. I mean, I've got to make sure that I'm winning the next one. If I don't win another one, if I don't win the jack, it's a failure year. Matter of fact, I may have put the damn trophy online to sell. So you just have to let me know. So I don't care about trophies, man. I care about checks.
And a big check it was, bro.
It was. So I give it to my sweetheart, Carmen. I think it's spent already, but it's fine. I mean, man, we're selling Hen Drench and Playboy. I've got a new rub come out called Kangaroo. You can put it on any damn thing, man. I'm telling you right now, it'll go on possum. Anything out there. I think I'm going to run it in Portland and just run Kangaroo straight across the board. Look for it. It's gonna be coming out soon.
Oh shit, man! Timu fucking Phil. Thank you.
Oh
for
yeah,
being here,
oh
brother.
yeah. I got to get this damn thing trimmed, man. I've been gone too long.
They don't have
Yeah,
any barbers
dingoes.
open.
I saw a couple of dingoes over there.
So it's just a fishing trip when you happen to collect number 7. Is that what I
They're
heard?
all just fishing trips, Rob. when you're this damn good, they're just fishing trips. You know that. You've had that ass whooped enough by me to know they're just fishing trips. So
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Shit.
Eddie, you know too.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I have.
My man. So, all right. So you're going. Who's in your crew? Who's going to the Jack with the Breeden family?
Oh man, hell.
What about that guy Wes Phillips? Are you bringing producer Wes? I mean, that guy has a lot to add.
Wes
Producer
Phillips,
Wes. He's a politically incorrect. He's a damn good cook in Mississippi.
I think he's been to the Jack.
And he's been to the Jack too. He's got some experience.
Mississippi, you just ended the whole conversation with that. Nothing good has come out of Mississippi in 50 years. So I'm not bringing that damn piece of shit at all. So no, I haven't seen him in a month. I'm not even sure he's still with the show. And we've actually got a new producer I think we're bringing on. So
shit.
To
Okay.
answer your question, nah. Unless he shows up, I'm not footing the bill.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, Timu Phil.
Things have changed, Rob. You know, I'm not the guy that I was when I left.
Oh, you're different now.
You know, we're stacking those world champions.
You're stacking up world champions.
We're just stacking them. You understand?
This is number 2. You got number 2 now.
There may be one in there I forgot about. It's 2 or 3.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, Timu Phil on a mobile. Phil from Wish, as Eddie
Phil from Wish
called him.
Gumball Phil.
Can you any parting words before we let you get out of here?
Yeah, it's good to be back home. Looking forward to meeting up with the family and friends. And where's everybody cooking at? So I can see you. You y'all come by and get the autograph. Like I said, pick up some of this new rub I got. It's going to take over. Ask for Kangaroo. It's
Kangaroo.
$35 a bottle. You'll know why. All the ingredients come out of Australia. But just looking forward to kind of getting back over here and seeing everyone. But it's good to be on your show, man. Hope
Absolutely.
To be on here
Absolutely.
Eddie, damn good to see you, son.
Not your first time on the show, Phil.
And let me just say something. I saw a comment down here about this Sean gentleman. My notes have been getting around, and I've had to change it. And if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to put out a little filler out here. If I find out who the hell's selling my notes, that's your ass. You understand? And this little discount code, fuck them, that you've been getting away for free, we're going to be a problem. So I'm coming to look for you. So whatever gets out, understand what's up. Don't mean to be so harsh on a Wednesday night, but I'm just getting tired of it.
Hey, not your first time to be a little harsh on notes. And I agree. Hey, thieves suck. But especially guys that steal notes, man. It's not your first time, Phil, to have a little rant on this. So I appreciate you bringing this back and making sure we're aware of this stuff, because that's important, man. Nobody needs to steal any notes, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't mean to be so pissy, but it still bothers me. So I redid my notes. I'm running Australian notes.
What language do they speak in Australia?
Just crazier Texan. Just a little more twang to it.
A little more twang.
That's it.
All right. Well, Timu Phil on a mobile.
Phil from Wish.
I appreciate you coming on. I didn't want to steal your thunder. I know you got a show next week where you're going to be, telling the whole story. Both you and Bill, your barbecue homie Bill Purvis. How did Bill handle the Australian love? Because he's a world famous guy as well.
He is. The first part of the trip, couldn't get people to stop wanting to take autographs get his autograph, take photos. We won that World Series title trophy, whatever the hell that thing was. Man, they just elbowed him out of the way. In fact, he damn near missed his flight because too many people trying to get over here and take a picture with the world intergalactic champion. So, but he held his own. He didn't do too bad for a Houston boy. So I'm proud of him.
He did good. He did good. Y'all did bring Kit back, right? Y'all did. He made the flight. Kit did recover.
He did. He can't go back, but he made it back. But it was a good trade-off.
All right, he can't go back, but he made it back. That's good news, man. I'm glad you brought his ass back.
Yeah, awesome. It's good. Look, he's like family. We ain't gonna leave him.
All right. Well, Timu Phil, thank you so much. This is obviously not your first time on the show. We've had Phil on here many times, but it was great to have you after getting number 7. Congratulations. You are going to the Jack.
Yeah, number 1.
Let me get a donation out there. Cheers.
Yeah, the donations will be coming in. All right. Well, thank you, Phil. We will talk to you later. And you were awesome, my man. Thanks for this last second, notice that to bring you onto the show.
Y'all have a good one, boys. We'll see you soon. See you in the next world champion.
There you go. There he was right there. Timu Phil checking in straight from Australia. Straight from Wish and Australia. What'd you think about that, Eddie?
That guy's fucking incredible.
Yeah, dude. Number 7, bro. 7. Was that your bartender?
That was my wife. She just got home.
All right. All right. Well, perfect. That was awesome. Congratulations to Phil.
In the comments.
Yeah, who's this guy? Wes is my official podcast double from now on. I don't know. I think that was Phil. Who's this? Who is LC checking in? That is an imposter right there. All right. Well, we've got a great show still to come. Shout out to Timu Phil for checking in. Phil on a mobile. I loved it. It was awesome. And Eddie said Phil from Wish. We still have a remainder of the show. We're going to have a wonderful guest. We're going to be visiting with Alonzo Cantu from Gulf Coast Smoke. I think it's time to bring him on. I said 8:25. We're 2 minutes early. Let's bring him on right now. Let's bring him on. My man, we're talking about Alonzo Cantu. He's with Gulf Coast Smoke. He is not only a, up and comer, I feel. He hasn't been on very long in the barbecue scene, but he's got a few grand champions already, got some RGCs. Not only that, he's got a full line of rubs. He just introduced a new one. Was it yesterday, I think?
Yes.
And
it was Monday, actually, but yep.
Monday.
Yes,
there it is. What's today? Today's Wednesday, obviously. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Today's Wednesday, 8:00. And not only that, he is a well-established, he's got a great YouTube channel. Welcome to the show, Alonzo. First-time guest to the show. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're on with Mr. Eddie Morales and myself and producer Ty. Thanks for coming on, my man.
No, I appreciate you guys having me. Been watching the show for a really long time, so excited about this one.
Wonderful.
What's up, brother?
What's up? Yeah,
Eddie?
let's do it. What's up, brother? Let's go, everybody.
What's up?
There it
What's
is,
going on,
right there. There it is, right there.
That man.
Wes Garrett's in the comments. What's up? Just tuned in. Hey, Wes, thanks for tuning in, bro. You're a little late to the party. You just missed Phil Breeden, but thank you very much, Alonzo. You've got a lot going on your plate, my man.
Yeah, man. Just just try and stay busy. Try and keep having fun with barbecue, man. That's really my ultimate goal. It's always been something we really enjoyed to do at my house, my dad, my mom, everything. And man, I figured why not just turn this into something I could maybe do forever, maybe not. It doesn't really matter if it works out or not, man. I'm having a blast for sure.
Are you still competing?
Yeah. So man, I've actually been I've been working a lot, so I haven't been able to go. It's been a month and 3 weeks. It's actually almost been 2 months, so it's pretty sad. But we are still competing, and we plan on going to a couple very, very soon. We're gonna hire a new guy at work, so we'll have an extra, and things should get a little bit easier. I've been working pretty much overtime every day for the past at least 3 weeks. So work.
Is that your bartender, Rob?
That is my bartender. She's getting me a couple out of the fridge. That is, y'all know my wife right here, Diana Rocha. Thank you very much. And the bartender tonight. She's restocking even. She's a bar back as well. But Alonzo, let's back up real quick. This is your first time on the show. Please introduce yourself and your lovely family to the Gooder Gang, my man.
Sweet. Yeah. Alonzo Cantu, team name, YouTube channel, Gulf Coast Smoke. A lot of you guys see me a lot of the times, but my wife Sabrina is extremely involved in everything that we do. So it's a team effort. We primarily started on YouTube and started getting into competition, really fell in love with it, met a lot of great people through competition. And so we're basically making YouTube videos every week and competing as much as we possibly can. We, like Rob said, have a line of seasonings that we are really proud of. We're hoping to keep expanding and expanding as long as people keep liking them. So that's basically us.
And when did you start competing, my man? This is always a question we want to get out of the way, just because it's good to know people's people's journey, because it's important for people to, people that are watching, right? You're inspiring a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people that come on this show have their own journey, and it inspires people to continue to go out there and do something like we're doing right now.
Sure. Yeah. So we started competing last March, toward the end of March. Mid-March was our first IBCA competition, and got absolutely destroyed, to be 100% honest. I think we got a rib call and that was it. But it really lit something. I don't really know how to explain it, but I think getting my ass kicked that bad I was like, nah, there's no way, I can do this. I can figure this out, I think. And so we just really went hard last year and started competing, and just really, like I said, fell in love with competition barbecue and everything that it has to offer, for sure.
Wonderful. Well, yeah. So you said you got your ass whooped the first time you went out there.
Yeah.
It happens to a lot of people. Some people get lucky. Some people get that hook right away.
Yeah.
But it's great.
The first time.
The
first time I got my ass whooped, I don't know where the hell I ended, because it was just IBCA, old school,
Yeah.
So there was no telling, like, were you last? Were you 11th? Were you fucking 12th?
Yeah. No, I mean, I was really proud with the rib call, obviously, but man, I mean, I think everybody kind of starts competition barbecue the same way. We all think we cook pretty well, and then somebody tells you that it ain't as good as you think it is, and it's kind of like, oof, that hurts a little bit. And I think that's one of the bigger things that really, I think competition barbecue humbles you really, really quickly, but it also, that can be a really awesome reason for you to keep going and get better and better yourself, and just get those calls that you really want.
Yeah, real quick, we're visiting with Alonzo Cantu, Gulf Coast Smoke. If you guys have any questions for him, like I mentioned earlier, this guy is doing really well, I feel, on the barbecue scene right now. He's seems like maybe taking a step back, but he's also got some rubs that a lot of people are using right now in competition barbecue, and hopefully in the backyard as well. And we're going to touch on his social media game, which is just killing it, my man. Oh, look at that right there.
Boom.
Talk about it real quick. I didn't know Ty was going to bust that out right now, but let's talk about this one real quick.
Yeah, man. So this one, we've had this blend for a while, and it's a pretty funny story, I think, with how we kind of came up with this one. One day, a little over a year and a half ago, I had one of my best friends, Oscar, over, and we were making burgers and fries, and I really wanted to make a fry seasoning. Like, I don't know why. French fries was what I just wanted to make a good seasoning for French fries. So I put a blend together, seasoned it, and seasoned the fries, and my buddy was like, dude, that's some good stuff right there. So originally that seasoning was supposed to be called the good stuff, and it was supposed to be only for French fries. Well, then one day I was like, man, I think there's too much garlic in it. So, I would call my co-packer and, hey, let's adjust here, let's adjust there. And then I wanted more black pepper, and I made so many changes towards the end. I really started using it on everything. So I'm using it basically when I do get to compete. I use it in my brine, I use it in my injection, I use it to season. And the cool thing about our YouTube channel is you can actually see me doing all those things. So that it's truly something that I do. But brine, season, inject, that's why we call it trifecta. But it never really was meant to be that. It was supposed to start as a French fry seasoning, and it was supposed to be called the good stuff. But things just changed pretty quickly, and I've I'm very, very grateful. And the cool thing about it is I tell everybody I talk to, I'm like, man, if you want to make a barbecue seasoning, do it. There's enough room at the dinner table for every single one of us to eat. Like, I know Eddy's, I saw that you were coming out with something or you're working on something. Like, dude, do it. Take it to the moon, bro. Like, let's all come up together.
Yeah. It's in the works.
For sure.
I've been running it for a couple.
Yeah, I mean, and that's awesome, dude. Like, take your product to the moon, bro. I mean, I know it can go to the moon with ours, hopefully. And man, if you find something that you like, you can create it yourself. And if not, people like myself and Eddy will create blends that hopefully you guys can win with out there. And thankfully, we have a good team, a good foundation of people that use our seasonings, and they win and they do pretty good. And it's not my place to say who they are, but if you look at the people that are doing pretty good recently, I'm grateful to say that they're using some of our products,
Alonzo, if you are wanting to start out or create something, right? What's the first step? What's the first step to do this right now? And you mentioned something about you were going to make it like a French fry seasoning. That's kind of like boxing yourself into something.
For sure.
What advice do you have for people that are looking to do something like that? Because it feels like there are, you mentioned there's lots of room at the table. There's a lot out there right now. So what kind of sets you apart, or what kind of makes you stand out from the shelf?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're looking to start something like this, I definitely think it needs to be battle tested for sure. I think you come up with a blend, taste seasonings, see what you like, see if you can maybe take something from one that you like and something from another one you like and put a blend together yourself. I think it's really important to have your own blend. That way it's your blend, right? You're not private labeling anything. And it's truly something that you put your heart into. And then, having people go out there and test it. The guy that's on the background, right? It's a joke, but I gave Rini this seasoning a while back, and man, I mean, look, it's not only the seasoning, but he's been doing really well with it. Rini's obviously a great cook, but Zach Smith has been in IBCA tearing it up, and he's using our rubs, and it's just, again, we got it battle tested, and we got a lot of people that are helping us out with it. It's not just me. There's other people out there that are helping us grow this brand too.
Eddy,
I'm kind of in that stage of, trying it out, running it at cook-offs, and I got one other cook running it.
Yeah,
I haven't gave it to a lot of people. Just me and one other person are running it. Man, they've been doing really well with it. I've been doing okay with it. Got a lot of top 5s, top 10s, and so I'm gonna keep running it for a while before I put it out. And like you said, battle test it and make sure it's good, man. And after this, I'm gonna give it. There's a couple of people that I want to let them try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So, man,
and I think some of Eddy's rub,
like it.
If you want some of Eddy's rub, hit him in the comments.
Yeah. And I think the cool thing about it is a lot of the times I think like Eddy, Rob, myself, and there's a lot of people that are in the comments that we all hold ourselves to a pretty high standard. There's so many great cooks out there, right? Man, getting top 5 calls consistently, like, that's amazing, dude. So the rub is obviously already battle tested. It's already proven. Your rub's proven itself. If you're getting top 5 calls, like, man, you're doing it right there.
Yeah. I think the rub got its first GC this past weekend with Rob Barocha.
There you go.
The mix. So
there you go.
Excuse me, what?
I said the rub got its first GC this weekend with Rob Barocha in the mix.
So, in the mix. Okay, yeah. I was like, okay, nice.
Not by Rob Barocha, but Rob Barocha was there.
Yeah, I was there. I didn't use it.
You
should have hooked the brother up, bro. Come on now, let's go. I'm your host of the show. Let's go.
Co-host.
I'm the co-host. Let's go. No, that's awesome, Eddy. I didn't realize you had something in the works. Obviously, you're talking to other people.
Oh, my bad. Was I not supposed to say anything, Eddy?
No, I said it. I mentioned it a while back.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw it on Facebook.
I posted it. It's a brisket rub.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm pretty sure I saw that you posted it, so that's why I said.
Yeah.
All right, so Alonzo, I feel like you create some of the prettiest boxes out there on the scene right now. You and your wife do a phenomenal job. like both of you guys do a phenomenal job of boxing and creating. How do you feel? What importance do you feel that is as far as like walking?
Well, let me ask you a question before you answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
So before you started consistently walking,
yes,
right? Before you got your first GC, before you were, always, in the top 10, you would turn in and you would post before, at every turn you were posting your boxes, right?
Yep.
They were beautiful boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But how would you feel when your boxes got fucked by the judges?
I mean,
because they're fucking beautiful. Everybody knows they're beautiful. You have probably the best looking boxes, but fucking then they just don't walk, and it's like, well, goddamn, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, for a long time, to be 100% honest, it 100% would mess with me pretty badly. But the truth is, Phil said it perfectly, and honestly, Phil is really one of the people that kind of made me realize. He might remember it, he might not, but there was actually the last. What's the one that's coming up in El Campo? I can't remember what the competition is called.
Lost Lagoon.
Lost Lagoon, yeah.
Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. Yep.
Yeah. So before that competition, I did feel like everything we were turning in looked so beautiful. We hadn't gotten any GCs at all. We had, of course, hit a first place rib here and there and whatever here and there. And Phil actually gave me some advice that made me realize that, man, your boxes do look beautiful. And there's not very many people that can make them exactly like that, but you're not winning. So something needs to change. Look at your scores and look at them deeply. And the appearance scores were actually always great. But when you notice that you're not walking, you just think like, oh shit, they hated my appearance. They hated everything. They hated. Well, no, not really. They didn't hate the appearance. They actually really liked it. It was my tenderness that was screwing me up. But then, of course, if something's a little bit tighter, to be honest, you guys know this, it's easier to box. If it's a little tighter, it's easier to box.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I think some of the times when you have something that looks that good, if you don't have the tenderness and the flavor to back it up, it kills it, because it's like, oh my gosh, that's going to be so good. I visually see it. It's going to be so good. And then maybe it's underwhelming and it just kind of gets you there. I think that's where you lose some points. But I do agree with Phil. I think appearance is a layup. I think you're giving away easy points if you're getting 7s and 8s on appearance for sure.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, you turn in a beautiful box and then you see, the box that got first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, and you're like 10th place and it looks like hammered dog shit. And you're like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
that's a 7 from me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's discouraging.
Like
it's definitely discouraging, right? A little bit, because
absolutely.
I do think that while obviously appearance is the least weighted score, I do think that there's a major skill in making barbecue look like that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise everyone would be doing it, right? But I think at the end of the day, it's also, it depends on who's getting your boxes. Do they really understand competition barbecue, what we're actually trying to do? Or are they saying they do understand it and they're like, okay, that looks really good, so I appreciate the time and effort it went into that box. But man, a lot of these people, they're just like my old man, just shit, I just want good barbecue.
Yeah.
Shit, really what it 100%. Looks like.
And man, I was doing really good before they did the change the scoring system in IBCA. Man, I was doing really good in IBCA, and they changed all that. And I was talking to a head judge, and she was like, man, Pretty Barbecue ain't really winning right now. And she was like, just kind of make it look like you cooked it at home.
Yeah.
And that's what I did that weekend. Man, I had a first place chicken with a really pretty ugly chicken. It wasn't ugly compared to the shit I seen, but for me, man, it wasn't a good looking chicken. But the motherfucker walked and it was great. She was like, I told you, ugly chicken will win. I'm like, I just can't bring myself to make a fucking ugly box on purpose, No. Even if I try, it still looks fucking good.
No, I mean, I agree, right? We've had believe it or not, you guys probably do believe this, but we've had so many people calling like, dude, your boxes look too pretty. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this.
I mean, I love when you make meatloaf though. Like that
right.
looks pretty good.
But at the end of the day, to be honest, I can't and I won't bring myself to purposefully make a box look bad. I just can't do it. It's just something that we take pride in, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
And I think everybody,
like I said, I've tried, and I've gone into a cook-off with that mentality, like, all right, I'm gonna turn in some ugly shit today because I'm at this fucking VFW with you know, everybody's grandpa and shit, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like the most ugly I can make it, man, is just fucking, I don't know, throw some extra pepper on it. I don't know. You saw the shit I posted on Instagram. Like I just add pepper.
Yeah, I saw
and I hit
it.
a first place rib, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think again, I think that flavor and tenderness for sure are king. You know, we recently, like I said, we haven't competed as much as we wanted to this year just with work, but man, we've gotten some pretty lucky brisket calls this year that I'm pretty happy and proud of. But I can honestly say with those first place brisket calls, dude, like you can even ask my wife and shit. It's like, holy shit, the top of the brisket was cracking. Like I accidentally overcooked the ever living shit out of it. And I'm like, dude, I told my wife, I'm like, there's no way. Like this is dog shit. And then like you hear your song and you're like, oh my God.
What the fuck?
At Carfest, literally, if you watch the YouTube video, me and Rini we're laughing because we're like, bro, there's no way. Because I think to us, that's not what we would have wanted. But man, I mean, obviously every single judge that ate it loved it. And then the very next weekend, my wife and I were like, hey, let's overcook the brisket on purpose. Let's make the top of the brisket crack. And we hit another first place. So it's like, holy shit, you know? I mean, yeah, man, the barbecue game. That's truly what I love so much about it. And it's that there's always something to learn from every competition that you do. You can always get better, right?
Yeah. I think that's what separates, you know, KCBS and other states from Texas is in KCBS, man, your appearance, you know, it's not gonna affect you. Like if you turn in a beautiful box, man, that's gonna be good. If you turn in a beautiful box in Texas, man, they might hate it and see, man, this doesn't look like fucking Rudy's barbecue. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's what, and I'm not saying, you know, with all due respect, I'm not saying that KCBS is easy, but I think that's what makes it easier as far as appearance.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy to fucking hit them perfect scores on appearance at least, because all you got to do is turn in a good looking brisket, good looking chicken. You know
that's
what I mean?
Good point, Eddie. They're certified, so they know what they're going after. And as a cook, you know what you're trying to achieve because you know what they're going after as well. Little Gringo had a good comment. Probably too pretty. You know, we make these things look beautiful as we can, and some of the judges off the street, they don't know, you know, they may feel like if you turn in a beautiful chicken where it's sauced correctly and it looks plump and whatever,
fucking bass boating,
and they're like, oh my God, this is not done, this chicken's not done. And so you'll get a bad appearance score even though it looks beautiful and it looks perfect. It's just not done. And then when they cut into it and it's juicy, they're like, oh, this is definitely not done. I mean, this is, and so you're fighting that here in the leagues that we cook in down here in Texas. But it's definitely you know, how many times have you guys turn in a box and you're like, or if after it's all done, it's like, hey, Eddie, what was your best meat? And you say ribs, doesn't get a walk, and you're like, what's your worst meat? You know, pork, whatever, and that's your best category of the day. So after it's turned in, it is just out of our hands at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you just turn in the best food you can, and that's it, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things we have to battle every weekend, you know. And it just depends on where you're at. And I wouldn't say change it depending on the area, because I still turn in my shit, you know, like this past weekend, no names, you know, but man, my chicken was moist, juicy as shit, you know, the usual. And man, first place chicken, the part that I tried, it wasn't, you know, and he knows it. I'm not offended. I'm not talking shit. It was fucking dry. And he had a fucking first place chicken, you know? And I'm like, fuck. But when do you know to make that change? Like, all right, I need to overcook my chicken today. Because last year I didn't overcook my chicken at the same cook-off, and it did well. I think it's a hit or miss. So, man, just keep doing what you do.
For sure.
At the end of the day.
Absolutely. I saw something about a bass boat.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating. What does that bass boating mean to you, Alonzo? You've been you heard this? What's bass boating to you?
Man,
you do it. I don't know if you know what it means, but you do it.
No, I don't know what bass boating means.
Eddie, what's bass boat?
Somebody play the clip.
I call it bass boat.
We don't have boating.
If you ever seen a bass boat go down the water and everything like that.
Oh, and he nailed it. Oh, shit. Hashtag bass boat.
So what he's talking about is you seen a bass boat. They're always sparkling, right? They're always got some sparkles in their deal. That's what we're trying to do with Competition Barbecue, man. We're trying to put rubs and seasonings on there. And on top of that, we're trying to sauce it, right? And so when the judge opens that up, they get that little pretty little sheen on there. And then underneath it, you can see some sparkles. You can see some bass boating.
Candy paint for the Houston boys.
Candy paint. That's what we're That's right, baby. With some
the chickens in the comments.
With some hubcaps on the side. That's what we're trying to do for our Competition Barbecue. And sometimes the judges, they open that up and they're like, I don't know about this. This looks this looks too pretty. And so that's kind of why I was asking you about your boxes, man. You have beautiful boxes, man. You and your wife do a wonderful job of presenting what you're trying to do. So I want to actually kind of dive a little deep into like your pork box, man. I feel like that's what do you feel like your strong suit is, guys, as far as boxing?
For boxing,
just to make it look. I feel like pork, we have the most leeway to make it
boxing right here.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. Eddie is a boxer.
I think my ribs for me.
How can you make that stand out though from the other ribs? What are you doing there, Eddie? What's special about your ribs?
I don't know. I mean, even ribs, fucking 8 perfect bones. That's what I go for. I don't add too many, like 10. But I mean, really, I focus when I do. When I box my shit, my ribs is what I take the longest on. My ribs is what I try to make look perfect. My brisket usually, and not to hype myself up, but my brisket usually comes out fucking. Slices are all the same, same size. Everything looks great, but my ribs, I make them look good. I don't trim. I don't really pre-trim my ribs much. I cut off the edges and that's it. And I do the rest of it, later on.
After
probably giving too much information, but I do my trimming after. And that's where I'm like, I take the longest on my ribs. Takes me the longest to box. It takes me the longest to set. Like there's a lot of steps to my ribs, and I feel like that's my best looking on appearance and ribs for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really enjoy boxing pork. I enjoy I enjoy trimming pork for boxing. I feel like that's one of the funnest things to do. Is I don't know if that sounds crazy, but
what do you mean by that?
So I mean, like the way that I trim money muscles, right? Like I'm very particular with it. I feel like money muscles in general, like, they're pretty small. Even if you get a big one, they're not very big. So I use a lot of the meat around it, like some of the tubes and everything, to actually make a larger, more round money muscle. And I feel like my money muscles, for the most part, they turn out looking very like. All of them look really, really good, and that's like the funnest part for me personally is trimming them. And I feel like I've done it so many times by now that I have a really easy way to do it, and I just love boxing pork, and I mix it up all the time. So, like you might have seen it, you might have not. It's not a trick question, but sometimes I'll like overlay them and make them go like sideways and stuff, and then put the pork on the top. And we've had a really big. A big call with those. I mean, but we've had a perfect score with pork, which was just monies just all over. And I really enjoy making pork the most out of everything. That's my favorite thing to cook.
Yeah. I love pork too. Man, and I started doing something different with my pork too. And it's, I'll trim it at, when it's raw. I'll still, I'll kind of shape it kind of how I'm going to want it. But I also trim it later once it's already cooked right. And the first time I did that was at the KCBS World Invitational.
Yeah.
And I hit a first place, perfect score. And, like you said, it's just kind of using the extra muscles to make it look like a full fucking badass money.
Yeah.
When in reality, the money's about this big,
Right.
100%. That's what I think. That's one of the biggest things, right? Is not that people don't know that, but I think that they don't realize you can use extra. It doesn't have to just be money muscle. Like, of course, it's very tender, but you could cook everything right around all those muscles right around it, cook them super tender as well, make them taste good. And you're not going to be able to bite that whole money and be like, oh, that part was the actual, this part was this or whatever. I really don't think that you can.
And a KCBS cook has told me, man, they cook different. You're not going to get the same tender. I would cut them off. They call them the feet, right? I'd cut off the feet. But then another guy's like, man, I'd leave the feet. So I'll leave it.
No, I mean, and I'm actually really big on trimming my money muscle again before I actually wrap it. Like I'm always working on the shape of the money muscle. Like just but then like kind of what we were talking about earlier with the appearance, like that's just, I don't know, that's just how my brain works, right? I'm always and also I think, to be fair, one of the also biggest reasons why we want everything to look so good is because we are filming and we are putting it on camera. And in my opinion, like who really wants to watch a channel where like, oh, this guy's putting out horrible looking barbecue every single week? I think we would be hurting ourselves if we were doing that. So that's another thing that we really think about. And it's like, how can we purposefully put something bad out there? Like we're trying to create videos and content for people to watch and consume. So we really got to watch and think about all those things, I think, when we're doing these.
So that just made me think of a question. And
it's
probably like a, I don't know, stupid question, but when you're at a cook-off, is your main focus your footage or your cook?
Yeah,
like, do you fuck up your cook because you're so focused on your footage, or vice versa?
Yeah, so
that's a good question.
So I hate to admit this, but I have fucked up a lot because we were not ready for the shot and we're waiting and we're this, we're that. And, I have a funny story, not very funny for my wife, but it's funny to think back on now. Last year in Ingleside, we're filming. We got our chicken ready and we're trying so hard to get a good glimpse of the box. And now how can we get that shot? The lighting doesn't look good. And then we look at it and we're like, holy shit, like we got to go now. My wife grabs the box, puts it in the bag, starts literally sprinting, accidentally drops the chicken box. And we got murdered on chicken. I'm not saying it would have done better, but I mean, we hit a 4th rib and a 2nd brisket, and then I think like an 11th chicken, and we got 3rd overall or something like that. So maybe we would have won that one. I don't know, but we've unfortunately put ourselves in a lot of bad spots because we have to get the shot. Like, there's no point to us cooking all day and filming everything all day, and then you don't see the end result, right? So we have unfortunately put ourselves, but at the same time, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that, we're going out there to hopefully beat everybody, right? Just the same way you guys, y'all want to beat me, I want to beat y'all. That's the nature of it. So that doesn't take anything away from that, but we've, we definitely focus super hard on filming because, like I said, I mean, and also I like showing details to people because I think there's not very much content out there that actually does it. So I think that's an advantage for us. Like, we're willing to show that. And the crazy thing is we show a lot, but man, you guys know, there's so much that I don't show. Like, it's, I probably show 40% of what I actually do, to be honest. And you guys know that. Like, but I still like to show as much as I can.
I feel like you you do show quite a bit, and you know, I've seen some of your videos. They're well done. My goodness, they are well done, and I do understand, you know, how that could take away from your cook, because I've tried to do that, and it seems like I've just kind of like thrown that aside because I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do both. And your wife is a big part of that. She's probably filming to where I'm trying to like set up a camera and do something like that. So I just kind of have to like put that aside and not worry about it. But I could see how that could affect your cook. And yeah, Eddie raised a great question as far as, you know, how do you balance those two? Because you guys have a wonderful channel. And as far as what you were saying, yeah, there's so much you're not showing. There's a lot you are showing, and which is awesome because you've grown your channel. And I feel like that helps what you're trying to do. So that brings me to my next question. What is your goal here? Do you want to be like one of the top competition guys? Are you trying to be, I don't know, trying to be, you are, I feel like you're one of the top YouTube channels as far as competition barbecue is out there.
Yeah. The honest answer to that is I how do I say it without sounding like I don't appreciate the other one? I think that I really want to make videos. That's my biggest dream. Rob, you probably know this very well. It's producing something, putting it together, and then watching it come to life. To me, is very, very satisfying. Now, whether it gets the views I want or not, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We have some videos that do very well. We have some videos that don't do that well. But as long as we're consistently putting out what we feel is good content, then it's very satisfying for us, and it's fulfilling for us. And the coolest thing that's come from starting a YouTube channel is it's something that my wife and I do together. We've mentioned her a couple of times tonight, but it's truly something that my wife and I do together. Like, and
this is your bartender you're speaking of, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that my bartender and I do together. And yeah, I mean, it's the goal truly is to be able to create videos for a living one day, hopefully. I mean, I know it's cheesy, but
it's awesome, man. It really is.
And then be able to compete every weekend and not have a damn thing stop me. That's the true goal. Like, if I can just tell the kids, like Phil, what Phil just did before going to Australia, I was showing my wife, and we're just like, man, this is incredible. He was driving to KCBS up north, and then, you know, Australia, and man, shout out to Phil. He's built a brand that is dominating, and he can do this. His family's in it with him. There's got to be nothing like that. So shout out to Phil for giving us all something to chase, not only on the circuit, but when it comes to being a good businessman too, you know?
No, it's really awesome. He's got his family involved in there. You know, he's having memories with Reed, just they can't be duplicated, right? It can't be replicated. It can't be, it's going to be with them forever. It's awesome. You know, going over there and getting 7 right in front of his son. That's pretty fucking cool.
Dude.
It's really cool. Really cool. But I understand what you're saying. It's a labor of love. It's whenever everything that you put out on a YouTube, when people see the YouTube video, there are hours of work and editing behind that, you know, 15-minute video that you see. I don't know how long your videos are, but it's about, you know, there are so many hours behind that and a lot of work behind that. And you're right. Whenever you finally edit and you're done and you play it and you're like, you're ready to subscribe or ready to post that to your subscribers, it's a cool feeling, man. And then, like you mentioned, whatever happens, you know, whatever the views get, they get. But that is a really cool labor of love. And to get to share it with your wife, I think is really cool, because she's really involved in there. And, you know, let's talk about your partner in this Gulf Coast Smoke thing, man. We've been, you know, talking about bartending and whatever, but she's a big part of this deal. And I'm sure she's with you as far as that tastes great, that doesn't, you know, we put this in the box, we're not.
Yeah.
Everything involved as a partner, as a you know, a fellow pit master. I feel like she's doing what she's doing. It's a big deal.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, for those of you guys that don't know, Sabrina is my wife, and like I said, she's the most important part of what we do. You guys see me, you guys hear me, all that cool stuff, but man, we put a video together we think about what we're trying to do. We think of a title. We write out some sort of a script, and hey, we got to hit these points and that points. And man, she'll straight up tell me like, nope, didn't like that shot. Do it again. Hey, we got to do this. And we get into it a lot because it's man, I'm going to overcook this chicken. Like, really, we got to get another shot, but she's there to help what we're doing. And then, like, for example, on Monday, we dropped the new seasoning. I'm at my day job, not even looking at my phone, not knowing who's ordering, not knowing whatever. I mean, she's packing up every single order, taking them to, the post office and getting everything delivered out. So it's a major team effort that we have going on for sure. And yeah, when it comes to competition barbecue, believe it or not, there's been plenty of times she's like, no, that's not it. Like, and I'm like, shit, I know that ain't gonna hit today because her and my oldest daughter, Penelope, if they tell me like, no, it's like, oh fuck, we're fucked. There's no way. Like, we're screwed.
I'm the opposite. My wife tries something. She's not a big fan of competition barbecue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people aren't. But when she tries like a rib or something, and she hates pork ribs, but when she tries a rib and she's like, damn, can I get the whole rib? I'm like, fucking first place rib right there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, my son, it's wild, dude. Again, if you've maybe seen it on the videos or not, he literally will be like, man, we're gonna win today, Dad, or you're gonna win first place ribs. And dude, lo and behold, we're hitting the first place rib. I'm like, holy shit, son, keep saying that, bro. Come on.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Arnold, Ty can put that comment up there, but it says, I hate it when people call it a hobby.
Oh,
how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about that? What he just said.
What are we talking about? Like competition barbecue?
We're just talking about barbecue.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I used to get this comment all the time. What are you doing? Why are you going out there all the time?
Yeah.
I'm sure we've all gotten that.
Yeah,
comment from people that don't understand.
Oh, that's a badass hobby. It ain't no fucking hobby, bro. A fucking lifestyle, bitch.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude,
Put that
believe it
on
or
the shirt.
not.
It ain't a fucking hobby, bro. It's a lifestyle, bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, no, I
for
mean,
real, though.
believe it or not, dude, I still have people all the time that, not that they're necessarily disrespectful, but they're like, dude, like, really, bro? Like, you're creating YouTube videos? Like, who the hell do you think you are? And I'm like, man, I don't think I'm nobody, bro. I just like doing it. That's it. And that's the thing that I try and get across to everybody. It's like, man, just do whatever you want, bro. Like,
Yeah,
if
fuck
you don't,
them.
if you don't want to watch me, that's cool. And if you do, that's cool too.
You literally don't have to fucking watch. Like, ain't nobody putting a gun to your head.
Oh yeah, no, literally. And but I mean, it's just, I think it's people not really understanding the passion that we have for what we're doing, right? It doesn't, it's the same thing as like, man, that person that's sitting over there spending all their money golfing. And I love to golf, but I'm just saying, like,
RG3.
It's the same shit, dude. It's the same
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
But and in the very beginning, like Gordo Q says, shake them haters off. Man, in the very beginning it was hard, but now it's like, man, it's all good, bro. Like, you can't please everybody. Like, it's just, it is what it is. And I think I'm just gonna continue doing this, man.
It's a fucking lifestyle.
So,
bitch.
Real quick, when did you stop giving a fuck about the views and the numbers going up or down or whatever? Like, because I know whenever somebody starts, that's like your main thing, right? You want to, you want
all you care about,
views. Like,
before you answer that, Alonzo, I'm gonna go kick the tires because I got to do the top of the hour. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna come back. I want to ask you more about what you and your wife are doing with YouTube. We've got some more questions for you, and of course, I love that Reenie's in the background here. We got the barbecue homies, the Mount Rushmore. We got still a lot of show left to do. Answer that question. I'll be right back.
Man, whenever thanks, Juke. I appreciate you, bro. Man, honestly, I think when we really stopped caring about the views was, I mean, believe it or not, really not that long ago, dude, because it's very easy to, like, when you post a video, you're looking and you're like, okay, is this video hitting? Is it not? Is it this? Is it that? And then I think realistically, we kind of came to it one day where it's like, what is watching that number going to do for the video right now?
Right.
You can study the analytics later. And that's one of the things I actually really like about posting videos, man, is I really like looking at the analytics later. Like, when did people stop watching the video, right? How much of it did they watch and stuff like that? And it's you can learn a lot. It's kind of like looking at your score sheet from a barbecue competition. Like, oh, they didn't like my tenderness. Well, shit, straight up, they stopped watching the video after 45 seconds, so they didn't like the intro. You got to be better with your hook. You know, there's just little things that you can kind of learn from looking at those analytics after the fact. But man, watching those numbers, they don't do shit for you after you post. You click post, and that's, you know, you got to live with what happens. You definitely should look at the information, but just not right away. But
yeah,
I really noticed that I was like staring at my damn phone, bro, or sitting in front of the computer and just watching. And then, you know, I'm like, no, this is too much. So I actually put like time limits on all of my social media now. So yeah. So I mean, I can only do an hour and a half on every single social media a day. So I mean, I'll look at it, but what I try and do now is post, respond for a little bit, and then get off, because, you know, I also have 3 kids. So try not to be a piece of shit dad, just always on social media, you know.
And what you're doing, bro, like, it takes fucking skill, right? And obviously you have your bartender to help you, but
yeah,
you know, I try to, man, even taking a picture takes away from my fucking going and turn in. And I've been trying to, you know, do the Instagram reels and all that shit, but like,
and you're killing it, dude. I've been watching them. You're doing awesome.
Man, I appreciate it, but I'm so focused on my cook and like getting my shit done that I forget to put my fucking phone on the tripod or whatever, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, fuck, I didn't get enough footage, you know? And when I do get footage and I think it's badass or whatever, and most of the time, you know, it does really well, but there's times where it's just like, man, 50 likes. And I'm like, man, why did you like this? You know, you got 1,200 likes on this shit, but 50 on this, like, that looks way better. And same, you know, I was looking at the fucking analytics, and it's like, well, you know, these views, for some reason, you know, 5,000 views, and then another bullshit video that is me opening up a fucking pack of ribs. 20,000 views. And I'm like, and so fuck, for me, it's like, I'm not going to waste my time trying to get the best footage. It's just like, what it is. Whatever I post, man, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm kind of trying to get to that. Like, man, fuck the views.
Yeah. But man, to like what Rob said earlier and what you just said right now, right? Like, you guys are trying to get it on the tripod. Rob's trying to set up the camera for that perfect shot. Man, again, you know, not to talk about the bartender too much, but bro, if I didn't have her, man, I mean, a lot of that shit would be super hard, bro. You know, I mean, it's like dude, if you come into our trailer and you watch us during a cook-off, like, we don't even have to talk, man. Like, I'm doing my shit, and she's walking around me, like, getting ready. She knows I'm about to box something, and she's strong. And you know, she's ready with the phone. She's ready to take a picture as soon as I put the stuff in there. So, man, if you're trying to do it alone, I have that much more respect for you, because I'm thankful. I don't know how that feels. I'm sure it's super damn hard, but dude, like, I've had so many conversations with Bill and stuff, and it's like, man, those reels that you're posting, man, like, they hit, bro. Those are good. People like to see that shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, you know, but
they're great.
You know,
my boy Eddie got his reels going there. I like it.
Yeah,
he's good stuff, bro.
Man. He's doing
well, like
awesome.
Smoking and Toasting said, you fucking get a fucking stupid H-E-B chicken broth and open it and post it, and then you got 1 million views.
Yeah, 100%.
But
it's the dumbest shit.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Or it's posting a brisket picture that looks like meatloaf, and fucking 30,000 people shit on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, as long as they're commenting.
You know,
the views, bro, the views. Give a shout out real quick to Leonard Love. I love this guy when I get to see him.
Fuck yeah.
Love is the answer. Leonard, what's up, baby? What's up, my man? Welcome to the show. I haven't seen you commenting, but man, we do this show every Wednesday. Come on, bro.
He's only here for Alonzo.
What's that? Yeah, I know he's here for Alonzo, but hey, let's try and keep him, Eddie. Let's try and keep the people. If you guys are new to the show, we do this each and every Wednesday at 8:00. We talk barbecue with people like Alonzo, people involved in the barbecue community. Again, we had Phil earlier on the show. He just hit number 7. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's what we do on this show. We have fun. We talk barbecue, and we share the love, man. We share a lot of our expertise and experiences, man, and that's what we do on the show. So if you're new to the show, thank you for watching. We do this each and every Wednesday. And if you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor. My boy Alonzo, he's got thousands of followers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers. So we're close. We're close. So if you're watching on YouTube,
I'm trying to get to 100.
What should they do, Alonzo, if they're watching right now?
No, I was gonna say, if you guys support me, y'all need to support Rob and what he's doing. Got one of the absolute best shows on the internet for barbecue.
Thank
you. We without people like Rob, we don't grow this sport that we all really enjoy. So if you guys support me, man, please support Rob. And again, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be on the show tonight. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Man. If you're watching on YouTube with my beautiful co-host Eddie Morales, hit that like button.
Well, I'm just mad I don't have any of that brisket rub, bro.
I'll get you some,
shit. Wow, what the fuck? I can't even get no brisket rub.
No.
And I need brisket help. That's where I need help, man. I need that help for brisket rub.
Just keep doing what you're doing, Rob.
Shut your ass up. Trifecta, there it is right now. You can find that all over the place, man. Your rubs are all over, my man. We'll give you an opportunity to mention where they can find it and where they can do that. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a break. We're going to, you guys can go kick the tires, do whatever you need, take another drink. But I'm going to do the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap up recap. I'm going to do the Briscoe Ranch upcoming event segment. We got a quick ChickN Bark. It is a quick ChickN Bark. It's a barbecue injuries is what it is tonight. And so, like and subscribe. Thank you, Hot Shot BDP. Appreciate that. But you guys take a break. We'll come back to you guys, and then we'll get Alonzo's. Well, we already see it behind him. It's all Renee on his Mount Rushmore. Probably his barbecue homie.
All Renee.
Is it Renee? There's all four of them. Renee and Renee are up there, at least. Did you see Marissa's comment? I'd climb that mountain.
She said I'd climb that mountain. I was like,
that was fucking great.
Love it. Love her family show, bro. What the fuck?
It's not a family show. It's not.
Apparently, I got somebody in trouble at church. Louis. Sorry, bro. I shouldn't be fucking cussing so goddamn much.
No, we're all good. You guys take a moment. I'll do these posts, and then we'll get you back up here. And we got lots more show. And we got some Rate My Boxes. Alonzo's going to do some Rate My Boxes with us, and of course, we talked about how he does with his boxes. So it'd be a lot of fun to get his opinion on some of these boxes that we'll have. And of course, we know Eddie's going to give you a 7. So, all right, let me put the slides up. I will go first here with the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads upcoming event segment. In CBA this weekend, but over in the IBCA, we got the Schulenburg Festival in Schulenburg, Texas. That is, I don't know, probably about 40 miles right outside of Katy, Texas. So Houston, Texas, if you guys don't know. Schulenburg this weekend in the IBCA. All right, over in the Lone Star Barbecue Society, we got the Hamilton Band Boosters Cook-Off in Hamilton, Texas. Nothing in CBA, nothing in Outlaw this weekend. I'll wait for Kai. I'm sure he's got there. So I'm sure he's got it dialed up. All right, and over in the KCBS, we got the All-American Barbecue Showdown in Westland, Michigan. Not much going on this weekend. It is the 1st of August. I'm sorry, this is the 2nd of August, 2nd and 3rd of August is going to be the first August contest. You guys don't know, we got a football game tomorrow. I'm excited about that. All right, let's pull this down, and we're going to go next to the Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap-up recap. I love to highlight the people that are doing well out there. And over in the Champions Barbecue Alliance, we had the Last Chance Cook-Off Grand Champion. Shout out to AMP Cookers. Get up, Chucky. Michelle and Adam Martinez with AMP Cookers. They had a hell of a day. Pretty much wiped the field with us. It wasn't even close. The RGC My boy Lee Hickle from Red Mule's Badass Barbecue. That's what's happened in the CBA. Over in the IBCA, we had a Hill Country Rally for Kids barbecue cook-off. The grand champion, Mr. Bo Daniel from Totally Bodacious Barbecue. Congratulations. The RGC was Malcolm Kitchen from All Metal Concepts. Over in the Outlaw Barbecue Association, pew, 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 pew. They will be back. They'll be back this month in August. And over in Lone Star, we had the Gordon Volunteer Fire Department Hotter Than Hell Cook-Off. Grand champion was David Leffler. RGC was Daniel Rodriguez. Over in the KCBS, grand champion the Smoking the Rail, day one. Grand champion Rooters and Tooters. RGC Blue-Eyed Barbecue. Day two at the Smoking the Rail, grand champion was The Fat Is Where It's At. RGC Wolf's Revenge Barbecue. And then Smoking the Mountain, the grand champion was Poor Boys Barbecue. And RGC was Bowman's Butt and Barbecue. And how about the Australian Barbecue Alliance? Look at that. I don't know the RGC, but I do know the GC was Mr. Phil Breeden. Look at that trophy. My goodness. Look at that trophy. Phil Breeden, Carmen Breeden, Reed Breeden, everybody involved with LC Barbecue. Congratulations on getting number 7. They are going to the Jack on the final day of qualification. They nailed it. Not here in the States, but in Australia. That was a pretty day. Congratulations to Phil. Y'all give your shout outs to Phil and Carmen in the comments, because I know Phil is probably still watching. Congratulations, Phil and Carmen and Reed. GC and in the Australian Barbecue Alliance World Championships. That is a world championship. All right. Let's see. We're going to do one little video here for ChickN Bark. This is going to be quick. It's only like 45 seconds. And this has to do with worst barbecue injuries. Here we go.
Grill grate scarred on my belly. The scar right there from the grill grate. It fell off the grill and cut me. And my wife made fun of me for a couple weeks about it, because I think it's infected. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, I had a grease fire one time. Kind of the pit's on fire. I can't get in the door with the door open. I had to go around the side, get the fire extinguisher. I trip over a cord coming out, and I got blood running down my forehead hitting the fire extinguisher. So I guess if we had that on video, it'd be viral for sure.
Probably not wiping myself completely on the toilet and having a rash for 2 days.
Burns all over my hands, more than I could count.
I stabbed myself with a needle injector in my finger. I was injecting beans at the time.
Chopped fingers, 2 at once. Double glove, kept going, first place.
Sliced my finger, and I wasn't even cutting anything. The knife fell on my finger.
Casper got you.
Yes.
All right, let me pull that down. Blaine Hunter. That was probably the worst barbecue injury. I know Kit had he cut 2 fingers, but he still had first place. Blaine Hunter not correctly wiping himself, had a rash for 2 days. Probably the worst and most disgusting barbecue injury of that group. All right, let's bring in the co-host of the evening, Mr. Eddy Morales.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? How are you doing, my man?
I need to lay off this fucking tequila.
Is that what you got? Is that what's in the cup tonight?
Don Julio.
Don Julio. I like it. I like it. All right. Where are you going to be this weekend, man? Anywhere?
Schulenburg.
Oh, you are going to Schulenburg. That's a big contest. No. Taking the weekend off. I got not really. I guess I could.
Finish the sentence, Rob.
No, I could. I guess I could. I don't have really anything planned other than is just some house stuff. But
that shit can wait.
It could. Although my
waiting probably for like 2 months.
I was supposed to get my trailer over to your barbecue homie, Josh Hale, because my AC went out, and so he's going to look into it. We tried to replace the capacitor.
Look at Brandon talking shit.
What's Brandon? Hell yeah. I can't wait to beat you there. Damn.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, do you have any merch, Eddie?
One.
Put that up there, Ty. Somebody's asking for merch from Eddie.
I do. Actually, I got some shirts, some hats. I need to get some new shirts made. But yes, I do. Follow me at the Pit Father on Instagram and YouTube, and just hit me up on there.
You don't have a Facebook page, though, right?
Just a personal.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess because Facebook sucks. I don't know. I don't like. I talk too much shit on Facebook. I don't want to.
Louis says only crop tops.
I do have crop tops, actually. I have some pink ones and some
my bad
tight ones that my wife wears. So yeah.
All right. So anything we need to ask Alonzo? We got him for another 20 minutes before we do some rate my boxes.
I don't know. I don't really write shit down. It kind of just comes to me.
Never knew that.
Yeah, you did.
never knew that. If you guys have any questions for our guest tonight, Alonzo Cantu from Gulf Coast Smoke, put them in the comments. Producer Ty will highlight them. We'll make sure we ask them. But it's time to bring him back tonight. Let's go. Let's bring him back, Mr. Alonzo Cantu from Gulf Coast Smoke. So we kind of touched on your YouTube channel, man. I feel like we need to really dive deep into that, man. You guys, how many followers do you have on YouTube right now?
Almost 42,000.
42,000. How did that start? I mean, I know you started doing videos. You mentioned it earlier. You just started mentioning it, not really kind of thinking much into that. But when did that become like a passion, or like, hey, you and your wife? I'm sure there was a moment where you and your wife had this conversation to where you're like, okay, this is where we're at right now. Maybe we can do something like that. Where was that moment? Do you remember that?
Yeah. So I do remember. So we bought our first house in 2017, which we still live in. And whenever I bought the house, we finally were able to, have barbecue parties at the house and stuff like that. So we really got into it. Bought a Weber kettle, got a smoker. My dad actually bought me a smoker, an offset smoker for a housewarming gift. Eventually I got a Rec Tech, and, it just kind of, I just kept wanting to learn how to cook better. So I myself started watching a lot of YouTube videos on, how to smoke ribs, how to do this, how to do that. And I was watching the godfather, in my opinion, of barbecue YouTube, Malcolm Reed. And I just really loved what he was doing. And I felt like it would be fun to try. So, man, we just started doing it. And believe it or not, in the very, very beginning, my wife actually wasn't helping me at all. It was just me setting up a camera and not really knowing what to do or knowing if it was in focus or not. The audio sounded like crap, and it was definitely a struggle. But then, finally after a while, I think she realized, like, okay, he actually really wants to do this. So she offered her assistance. And I think that that's really when everything started elevating. And so that's pretty much how it started. But getting our own house just made it to where, like, oh, now I can have all my friends over and, have drinks all night and cook.
When you were doing that by yourself, what kind of views were you getting when you would turn it after a week? What you think?
I mean, nothing. I mean, I literally remember a time, dude, where if we would get 50 views in a week, I was like super ecstatic. And it's evolution, right? You have to go through those times. Like I talk to a lot of people that want to start a YouTube channel, and I always tell them, like, look, number one, I'm not a professional. I don't know anything about this shit really, but the one thing I'll tell you is you do got to start. Don't be afraid to have the bad views, because they're going to happen. No one's going to watch you in the beginning, but don't be afraid to promote yourself to your friends on Facebook and on Twitter and all that stuff, and own what you're doing. Like, don't be embarrassed. There's a lot of people out there that really think what you're doing is cool. I promise you, because I've had a lot of people reach out, and you don't think that many people actually want to start a YouTube channel. It might be for fishing or hunting or working on cars or painting or whatever, but that's pretty much, I mean, the gist of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What was the I'm sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, what was the turning point? Like when do you remember being from 50 views to, okay,
5 million?
I don't know if it's that, but
no, it's not.
When was that jump to where you're like, okay, maybe this is where we need to be right here?
Yeah. So in the very beginning of our YouTube journey, we actually got kind of lucky. So I had this idea in my head at the time. Malcolm Reed was obviously the most famous on barbecue YouTube, and
still,
yeah. And I would put his name in the title, not his name. I would put like How to Barbecue Right in the title. But what I would do is I would buy seasonings from other companies, and I would do like a head-to-head, which one was better. So I was using the opportunity to put How to Barbecue Right's name in my YouTube titles in order to try and boost the SEO. If you guys don't know what that is, that's search engine optimization. So when people go to Google and they type in the Pit Father, Eddie's Instagram, Eddie's Facebook, Eddie's stuff is going to pop up, right? Well, if Eddie's super popular, it's almost like I'm using him to help boost my stuff. And that's really what I was kind of doing in the beginning. I was buying the rubs from the more popular guys, and I was trying to like get people to recognize what I was doing. And then slowly but surely, it was like, okay, well, he actually makes pretty decent videos. I will subscribe and I'll keep watching. But there was one specific video where I did Meat Church versus How to Barbecue Right, and that video didn't get like insane views, but it got a couple thousand, whereas we were getting 25, 50, and then we go to like 5,000, and that was like, oh my gosh, we made it. We're millionaires, right? At least that's what we thought in our head. And that was really where the channel kind of just jump started. And then I noticed people really loved those seasoning battles. So I was always doing the seasoning battles, and then I would give away the seasonings on my channel because, man, there's no way I could have that many rubs in my pantry. So we would just hit all the popular seasonings and, Chupacabra, How to Barbecue Right, Swine Life, just absolutely everybody. If we found a rub, we were putting them up against each other on our channel. And that's really when I started realizing, like, okay, this can be a thing. And then we hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I think it's time to start taking this seriously. I definitely think we can kind of do something here. And I mean, I still think we can do that.
Absolutely. Eddie, you got something?
Yeah, I forgot my question when you interrupted me, but I have another question.
I said go ahead. You said no, you go.
No, so I saw one of Alonzo's videos, and he was talking about how when he first started, and I think that this is a problem that a lot of barbecue YouTubers had, is you were sounding a lot like Malcolm Reed, right?
Yeah.
And I think everybody does, because you watch it so much that his catchphrase is that's what comes to your head when you start your video. So if you're like, all right, man, today we're going to make a steak. Let's get to cooking.
Yeah.
And when I was trying to make a video, I would fucking say that. And I'm like, man, I'm not fucking Malcolm Reed.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Shut the hell up. You know what I mean? So how long did it take you to like kind of get away from sounding like him, or wanting to kind of use his, I don't know, persona, if you will?
Yeah. So, but I mean, believe it or not, there was literally one specific comment on YouTube that made me really, it kind of like hit me. I was like, damn, it was a little bit mean, but it was also very true. The guy basically told me, he's like, man, you're not Malcolm Reed. You're not Matt Pittman. Like, be who you are. Otherwise, this is never going to work for you. And I didn't even really realize that I was doing that. But like Eddie says, man, I was watching Malcolm Reed every single day. I was waiting for his videos because I wanted to watch his videos. I wasn't necessarily trying to be him, but it came off like that because that's who I looked at as the model to become a barbecue YouTuber. And, but yeah, that's one specific comment really, really made me realize, like, man, I have to be me. And then the other thing is, man, I say please don't. But man, if you go back and look at my first couple of videos, I mean, they're horrible, bro. Hey, this is Alonzo with Gulf Coast. Like I wasn't just absolutely zero persona was there. I was really terrible at it. But then whenever I was finally like feeling comfortable being me, it was easier to be the way I am right now, or even like up it a little bit, because I'm genuinely just being me. I'm not trying to be like somebody else, or I'm not trying to follow a script that I notice somebody else does. So yeah, I mean, you're right, dude. It's like let's get to cooking. You think that's what you're supposed to do, because
it just comes to your head like a fucking switch. Like
and he pops numbers, right? So why would you not want to do that shit?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So
what I remember the question I was gonna ask is, you have I don't know how many friends you have, but you probably have a lot of friends and family and stuff like that. But how does it, it's kind of weird where you get support from like a bunch of strangers, right? And not a lot of support from your friend. And I don't know if you do or don't, but I feel like strangers give you more support than
100%.
your friends and family, which is the people that you expect, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
and something they're like, it's probably friends that are like, man, why are you even, like you said earlier, like, why are you doing this, bro? Like, who do you think you are?
Yeah, no, it's you nailed it. I do see a lot of support. Like, there's some people that they comment on every single YouTube video. They message me like, hey dude, love what you're doing, please keep doing it. I love coming home watching your videos. Man, I have friends that I'm not asking anybody to do it. Never watched a video, don't subscribe, never purchased anything. And again, I'm not asking, but it just, I think there's so much beauty to that too, though, right? Because you realize that, man, I might not have support from everybody, but I don't need it. I just need it from the people that want to support. And if they want to support, like, I'm organically growing, and that's just the way it is. But just real quick, speaking of friends, like, man, I have like a really core group of friends who literally, dude, they ride so hard for me. It's insane. Like Chance, Travis, Luke, just like some of my best in real life friends, Sid. Like, dude, if I drop a product, they're literally buying 10 of them so they can give to people. They don't ask me for it for free ever. Every hat,
solid
shirt.
dudes.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, one of my best friends, Sid, I swear to you, dude, like, I'm not exaggerating. He spent thousands of dollars buying my products, and he gives them to people, dude. Like, and I've never asked him to do it. I always tell him, like, dude, I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate it. Like, same thing like with my buddy Chance. He buys seasonings from me, and then he takes them to work and gives them to people. And then it's like those people start buying from me because Chance gave it to them. Like, I have some really, really awesome friends who do that stuff for me. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, dude, the support, I mean, the amount of people that follow us on YouTube, right? That's 99% strangers.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have a lot of people, man, who are truly supportive. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I mean, if the people that are close to you don't really care for it, or just whatever, it's okay. It's all good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fuck them.
Eddie, what about your crew, man? You got your boys that follow you and appreciate what you're doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. I got a good group of friends that are very supportive, man, and like you said, they don't ask for anything. And I don't, like, when somebody asks about merch, like with my friends, I just give them shit, like give them a hat or whatever. But there's has been some people that it's, I drop a shirt or whatever, and they're like, hey, how much is the shirt? And I'm like, $20, $25 or whatever. Oh, okay. And then they never fucking get it. But then a stranger that I've never fucking met, that doesn't know, that just started following me, is like, hey man, I'll take a shirt. How much is it? $25. There you go. Boom. What's your Cash App? And it's just the people you expect to be there, and I don't need the fucking $20, but it's the principle, right? The man, I don't want nothing for free.
Yeah.
It's man, support your fucking friends just like you support fucking, I don't know, Bad Bunny that don't give a shit about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean,
paying $1,500 for a fucking nosebleed ticket. You can pay $12 for your friend's fucking seasoning,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've been doing this 7 years. I can count on two fingers of people that are in this comment right now that are lifelong friends. And it's not that they don't support, it's just we've been doing this a long time, whatever. So, and you can't have any ill will. I mean, it's just
For
like
sure.
we're doing this and we're doing this to a niche, right? We're doing this to a barbecue community. So you can't feel bad about it as far as like, you just keep doing what you're doing because they see what you're doing.
Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
They see what you're doing. They see what Eddie's doing. They see what Alonzo's doing. Everybody in the comments has their core group of friends, and they're going to support you. And then maybe they're not going to watch each and every weekend, but they're going to come in there and they're going to share occasionally or whatever. But the point being is like, just keep doing what you're doing. I saw it a YouTuber is like, your friends and family are going to support you, but they're not going to watch, and they're not going to share. They're not going to do any of this other stuff. You just have to do what you're doing. Keep pushing it out there. And Alonzo, you kind of elaborate on that a little bit. Just keep pushing along, and you're going to gain people like Eddie just mentioned. Hey, my boys aren't going to do it, but the guys that are the random people are just going to want to support you and whatnot. And so basically you have to continue to do what you're doing and appeal to the people that you're trying to appeal to. Like it's not going to be your boy from school because maybe he doesn't do barbecue. He's
if you're trying to do this, whatever it is, whether it's your YouTube channel or your fucking seasonings or whatever it is you're trying to do, man, you gotta forget about the feelings. Like you can't get your fucking feelings hurt.
Oh, dude, for sure.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's you're preaching to the choir because I'm a very how do I say it? I mean, I'm an emotional person for sure, right? I just and it took me a long time. One of my best friends, he literally told me, he's like, bro, like I think sometimes you care too much, bro. Like, who gives a shit if they don't watch, if they don't this, if they don't that, if they don't buy, like who cares? And that was my boy Travis. He literally told me that one time. He's like, dude, I think you care too much. Like the people that are gonna watch are gonna watch. You just have to like we just talked about, and Rob said it too, like keep growing that, and you'll hit and you'll find people that want to support you. And man, at the end of the day, it's nobody's job to support what we're doing, right? They have other shit that they're worrying about. Yeah. And I fully respect that. I fully do. I'm not expecting anything from anybody. But it is my job. It's our job to put something out there that they actually want to continue to watch and support. Like I saw something today. It's like, it's very blunt and it sounds very horrible, but man, like if nobody's watching, your videos ain't good. Maybe try and look in the mirror a little bit and make better videos. If nobody's buying your product, man, unfortunately, maybe it's not that good. Maybe try and figure out a way that you can make better products. And there's nothing wrong with having a bad product. Like, if you can realize that and you can fix it,
Yeah, just like, man, sometimes people post their fucking scores online. And it's like, man, I can't believe this judge gave me a 7. Man, maybe it tastes like shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You post the same fucking picture every week. It probably tastes like shit.
No doubt.
877.
Sorry for cussing.
Sorry for cussing. Hey, Alonzo, did you see the rabbit hole that the old Stretch got into?
Yes, I did. Because I was, dude, you could ask anybody, bro. I still am hugest sketch fan, dude. I'm like, this guy is so hilarious, bro. I mean, it doesn't change anything, but like I did see it. I was like, oh crap. Like in the beginning, me and my buddy Chance were talking about it. We're like, there's no way that's real. And then he's like came out and he was like, oh yeah, it was real.
He was like, that was me.
But the way he did it, bro, I respect the shit out of him for that. Because he's like, he just owned it. And he's like, man, I screwed up, but I'm not like that anymore. And it is what it is. I think Sketch is hilarious, bro. I love that guy.
I'm still a fan. Me and Eddie, we talked about it. We're like, we're still doing it. Man. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
I know Ty. Ty, come on in here, bro. I know you got a question for Mr. Alonzo earlier. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been taking notes throughout the night, and as we go along, you see the beginnings of when CBA started. I like the way that we did the awards and played music. Then you get a progression into how Rate My Box is changing, the turn-ins. And then you get into a precise point that I've seen on some of Alonzo's videos, and it's such a cool thing when, like, again, a common theme that's kind of been depicted on the show is family is involved in this, and in order to make this successful, if you have a family, they need to be involved in order for you to be all in with this. You saw that with the breedings, you see that with the Purvises, you see that with the Roaches. Everybody's got their kids out there, and that's really cool. But like you have a video on your channel, and you actually talk about how to eat the food. Like I started as a judge, setting up a judge's room for the Tomball VFW to have our first cook-off for the CBA or some other sanctioning body that was going to start up before the CBA. I remember setting that up and then knowing nothing, and then going till now to where I've seen everyone progress and their presentation, their flavor profiles, because they do it, geographically. And then now you talk about how to precisely eat the food. Brother, wax poetic on that for me for just a second. How do you eat the food properly?
Yeah, no, I mean, so whenever I talk about that, I think I'm talking about what I see the masses doing, right? So, for example, I love making pork ribs. For my friends, it's one of my favorite things to cook. And man, I always watch them eat them. And the reason I do that is because these are the types of people that are judging barbecue, right? And dude, so I noticed, for example, like my friends were eating the rib their first bite. Most of our first bite's going to be right in the middle, right? Or at least I think. And my friends were biting it like closer to the cartilage side. So like on the top of the rib. And I was like, in the very beginning, I was like, dude, why would you bite a rib like that? Like, that's so annoying. Why would you bite like that? And they're like, I don't know. That's the best part. I'm like, whatever. And then another friend did the same exact thing. And I said, dude, why are you biting it? Oh, that's the best part. And then I noticed my dad eating the rib the same way. And I'm like, all right. So now, I mean, honestly, I'll just throw it out there. I inject that part more than I inject any other part of the rib. And I think rib is my strongest cook. Again, I'm not saying that they're 100% hand in hand, but I just love to watch the way people eat barbecue because it gives me an idea on where I need to focus,
Man, I'd have to agree with that because, dude, when we're at the Royal, man, I cooked this badass fucking rib. And I took a bite where you're supposed to, right? And then my buddy that I took with me to help me, I'm like, man, try this rib. And he fucking just puts the cartilage side in it. And I'm like, why the fuck are you buying the rib like that, bro?
Bro.
He's like, man, that's the best part. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
But everybody does that shit. When I give somebody a rib, I'm like,
yep.
What are you doing? Dude, nobody eats that part, but everybody fucking eats that part.
Bro, I'm serious. If you watch, just watch closely, dude. A lot of the things that I do, I don't necessarily say them, but I'm doing them. Watch closely on my videos, dude. And look at the top line of the ribs, bro. It is pumped. I pumped the ever living shit out of that rib up there. And again, rib is what I feel like my strongest category. And again, I'm not saying that they go hand in hand, but it's just something that I noticed. And in the beginning, like kind of like you said, Eddie, bro, it was pissing me off. I'm like, bro, there's no way. Like I just spent all this time cooking that damn rib to where I thought it was perfect, and then you're biting the damn cartilage. But again, I really truly saw my rib cook get so much better whenever I started doing that. I really did.
Absolutely. Shut up and listen. We say it on the show. Shut up
I've
and
always
watch.
injected that part. Not because of that reason. I just inject the whole fucking rib. But
yeah,
I mean,
like I said, I focus there like very, very heavily. I literally start on the backside, pump them, turn it over, and I'm like, give me more. Until boom, 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 until it spits back up at me. My ribs are super injected, bro.
All right, Alonzo, we've talked to you about your origins, your beginnings, obviously.
Hold on real quick. Ty, can you drop me down for a quick second? I gotta.
You gotta put what? Why is Rini looking at your ass? He's been looking at your ass the entire fucking show, bro.
Man, I don't even know who this guy is, bro. I just found this picture on the internet.
All right, so we've been, we talked about your origins, your beginnings. We talked about, what you got going on right now. We talked about your family involved in barbecue. We talked about your awesome YouTube channel and maybe some of the goals you have in front of you. Did we fail to mention anything else? Because we're going to go to your barbecue homies, your Mount Rushmore, and then we're going to do some Rate My Boxes. We may go a little longer than 2 hours if you're okay with that. But
I'm here, brother.
All right, so awesome. So did we fail to mention anything before we move along with the show?
Man, no, I don't think so. But if I could, just quick shout out to all the guys on Team GCS that run our seasonings out there.
For sure.
Quick shout out Zach. Of course, Rini, Raul. I always start twitching when I say Rini's name because I know I'm gonna get it in the comments. But
I say it. He told me. I was like, "Hey, is it Renee or Rini?" And he's like, "No, Rini." I was like, okay, whatever.
No, yeah. So, like I said, shout out Zach, Rini, Raul, Alonzo, Brandon, a lot of the guys, Leonard Love, that are using our seasonings. I'm kind of on the spot right now, so I'm sorry if I missed any of you guys. But for everybody that's out there running our stuff, Brian, I just really appreciate you guys running our stuff and helping us out. Like I said, it's not just me trying to grow this; it's everybody helping me out. So I appreciate everybody from the bottom of my heart, man.
What a great crew, man! What a great team you've got for Team Gulf Coast Smoke. That's pretty awesome.
I was in Driftwood this weekend. Whoever's asking, saw a comment.
All right. So, are we ready to do some Mount
Rape?
Rushmore? No.
Oh, Mount Rushmore.
Relax.
Rape people's feelings.
Stop trying to give sevens out already. You got some time.
No, I'd say he's gonna rape people's feelings.
All right, Mr. Alonzo Cantu, we're gonna do the barbecue Mount Rushmore. These are people that have I feel like you know what this is, but these are people that have inspired you on your barbecue journey, maybe helped you along the way, maybe just been a big part of what you have going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I see you got 4 behind you already.
Yeah. So contrary to popular belief, Rini is not on my Mount Rushmore. But I will say this. So number 1 for me is Malcolm Reed. Without Malcolm Reed, I definitely would not be doing what I'm doing in general. I think he's the GOAT of barbecue, YouTube, and just overall what he's done with his brand and everything. He's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, man. So Malcolm Reed, number 1. Bill Purvis, number 2. That dude has helped me with barbecue so much. We've had countless amounts of conversations for hours about barbecue, and Bill is just an awesome dude. Lucky, number 7. Phil Breeden, number 3. Like I said, what's there to say, really? He's just dominating, and he's helped me a lot as well. And then my last person would be Fred Robles. And my reason for Fred, I haven't known him as long as I've known a lot of people, but Fred really, when I talk to him about barbecue, he talks about it in a really simplistic way, and I love that. And I love that he is super open with his faith, and it's made me really comfortable being more open with mine as well. So shout out to Fred for that. I think you're muted, brother.
You got Malcolm Reed, Bill Purvis, Phil Breeden, and Fred Robles.
Yes,
That's a great Mount Rushmore. Eddie, what you think about that Mount Rushmore, my man?
That was a great Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. A lot of Texas barbecuers have been inspired by Phil and Bill and Fred, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you have a unique relationship with Malcolm Reed, man.
Yeah, I do. I do. We started by trying to follow in his footsteps, trying to, get our name out there exactly the way he is. And now at this point, we're actually ambassadors of the How to Barbecue Right team. And man, we got to go out and hang out with Malcolm about a month and a half ago at his smokehouse and visit his shop and see where he films and everything. Got to have him on the channel a little bit, and it's kind of crazy how it comes full circle. But yeah, I'm very blessed to have a very good relationship with Malcolm Reed and the How to Barbecue Right team. Shout out Swine Life Barbecue as well.
That's a cool dude, man. I've met him.
Yeah.
He fucking follows me on Instagram, you know.
Yeah.
Man, he's cool as shit. Super
Yeah.
humble guy. I hung out with him at the Memphis in May one time. I took him a bottle of Tito's. We drank, we talked. Great fucking dude, man.
Yeah.
But you still have your
gift shop.
Gift shop.
Yeah. Yeah. So my gift shop is going to be Kevin Hernandez. So yeah, Kevin Hernandez and another person that has just talked to me so much about barbecue, and honestly, it was really, I didn't even want to leave him off the top 4, but it's just it's so hard to pick these damn things in my opinion. But yeah, Kevin has given me so much insight on barbecue. Last year, even when he was on his badass run, he would take the time to call me and talk to me about how I did, and hey, let's look at your scores. What did you do here? What did you do there? What can you do better at? And so even though I do feel like we've had some pretty decent success on the circuit, like I owe it a lot to people like Bill, Phil, Kevin, for sure, you know.
Kevin's a bad motherfucker, man.
Bad.
That's a bad dude right there.
Yep.
Did we do a gumball yet? What are we doing here?
No, he just did his gift shop.
Gift shop was Kevin Hernandez. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gift shop Kevin Hernandez.
He hasn't done barbecue homie yet. He hasn't broken hearts yet, bro.
I don't think he's gonna break any hearts tonight.
I think he is.
Okay. All
so
right.
we're doing barbecue homie now?
We're doing barbecue homie now.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Everybody knows what I'm going to say. My boy Rainey, dude. My boy
staring
Rainey.
at you.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely the dude. Pick up the phone. Hey, where are we going this weekend? What time are you going to get there? And, dude, just, I mean, a great dude, bro. Like, just seriously has turned into one of my really, really good friends. So I just appreciate him for being a good friend. And that's definitely the homie for sure.
All right. You got your barbecue homie, Mr. Rini Gonzalez.
And I think this is the part that breaks the hearts. And we added this, I guess, when they added me to the show. It's the fucking gumball.
The gumball
Homie.
Yeah. I mean, so this one's my boy Raul Gonzalez.
Oh, nice.
RG3. Yeah. So Raul actually lives about 10 minutes away from me. Man, he's come over to the house. I've gone over to his house. We hang out, and just a really good dude. The cool thing about Raul is, you know, it starts as a barbecue friend, but man, we've had a lot of really, really good conversations about, you know, life, our children, and, you know, what we want to do in our future and stuff like that. So it's really cool having all these people you meet from barbecue. Now you talk to them about everyday stuff, and you confide in them. And Raul is definitely one of those people. Like, we've had some pretty great conversations. So shout out to Raul for sure.
Awesome.
That's a great dude too, man. I talk to
him, man,
pretty often.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a really good up and comer as well. He's
he's doing good.
He is doing really well. All right, Rini Gonzalez got his heart broken. Did he? I don't think so. He's
no, I think they're talking about because he wasn't on the Mount Rushmore. No, he is, but you know, he is.
I mean, he's staring at your ass and he's looking at me. It's weird.
Yeah,
a lot of weirdness going on right there with Rini Gonzalez. All right,
almost over. Don't worry.
It's almost over. All right, before we get to the rate TE, my box, Alonzo. Let's give some shout outs to people you want to give some shout outs to, my man.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, again, my wife, Sabrina. I mean, I'm sorry, the bartender that lives at my house, Sabrina. And shout out to her. Shout out to my boy Chance, Zach Smith, my buddy, that we kind of started really, really close to each other. I think at the same competition we started together. So seeing him do his thing is really, really awesome. And you know, just shout out to everybody that works with us. B&B Charcoal, How to Barbecue Right, IC Tech, Tuttle's Meat Market, You know, we have a lot of great people on our side. Shout out to Dustin Stanley, barbecue store. He got me all set up with my new smoker that I haven't used yet in a competition. But yeah, I got an Outlaw, and Dustin set me up. So if anybody needs a pit in Texas, man, hit up Dustin. He's got it.
All right. Just have you used it yet?
I've used it, but I haven't taken it to competition yet.
Okay. All right.
But man, I'm excited about only running one fire. I do like drums, but dude, I just feel like during the summer heat, opening 4 drums the whole day, dude, it kills you, bro.
So are you done with the drums or what?
I'm done with the drums, bro.
All 4 of them?
All 4 of them.
Oh shit. Damn it, boy. Where's the chicken going?
The chicken will go on my kettle. I'll go get Weber kettle.
How you feel about that, Eddie? I don't think you're in agreement with this.
No, yeah. I mean, I got rid of my drum. I mean, I didn't get rid of them. You know, I got off the drums, and as soon as I got my Jambo, it was just, man, it was like a switch. You know, so I'm seeing a lot of more people go into the stick burner, and I'm here for it, man. I love it.
Stick burner's coming back.
I think so.
All right.
I mean, I think so, man. You
That'd
got
be a conversation for another time, but
you got Bill Purvis going to a stick burner, so I think they're coming back.
Yep.
I like it.
I guess we'll see. We'll see. I mean, shit, you never know. I could be getting my ass kicked and say, hey, you know, might be time to pull out them drums.
It is I guess we're in a little period of maybe they're coming back. Stick burners ruled the roost for quite a long time. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Y'all ready to rate some boxes?
Let's do it.
Y'all got beer?
Yep. I don't got beer. I got a drinker here.
I got to kill you.
Hey, even worse than beer. All right, let's go. All right. Ty is ready. Look at that boy.
Oh.
Let's pull that comment down, please. There we go. All right, we got the first brisket box of the evening. Could be either IBCA or CBA, or could it be? I don't know how many. What do you require in IBCA these days?
8.
All right, that's definitely a CBA
right?
box.
That's got to be a CBA box, yeah.
Definitely a CBA box. Brian Fox. We're starting the show with that. Poker Face, Brian Fox. Poker Face. Shout out to Grabbing the Brisket. They're in the comments right now. I do a monthly Texas barbecue recap with those guys. All right, let's go. Gooder Gang, do your thing. All right, 10 is excellent. 9, very good. 8, fair. And 7. 7s are personal. 7s are always personal. That is poor. Rate your boxes. Eric Arnold with an 8. If you get 8 or less, please help the cooker know and put some comments behind it. Eric Arnold with an 8. Kevin Hernandez needs some full work. Brandon 8. Leonard, looks like those are bite-sized pieces. 8. Nicho. That foil. All right, foil is definitely drawing some attention. 7, Josh Hale. Josh Hale still watching, first time commenting. He's in the comments with a 7. 7's a personal, Josh. James Miller, 9. All right, here we go. Gordo Q, 8. Edges are falling apart. 8. 8 for appearance. 7. Okay, Randall Johnson says that could be a CTBA box. First up is our guest of the evening, Mr. Alonzo Cantu.
Man, I'm gonna call this an 8. It looks like in looking at it, the left side is docked and the right side is not, which I don't really care for that personally. I also feel like just by looking at it, if you're cutting it in bite-sized pieces, maybe it wasn't that tender. I mean, I think of those things when I look at it, so doesn't look very symmetrical the way they put it in, and I just don't really like the cuts on it at all. So
are you saying is this thing sliced twice down the middle?
Looks like it to me. Yeah.
Is that legal?
And CBA it is.
I mean, it is. So CBA, it's legal. Okay. Eddie, you're up next.
For me, I might be wrong, but I don't think this is a competition turn-in. I think this is a at-home practice run, because that foil, it doesn't matter
a big
what
ass piece of foil.
it doesn't matter what organization it is, you're not going to get that foil. You can see the cut marks. I mean, it's not a foil. It's not a case. It's not a turn-in box. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, man, it had potential to be an 8, but I'm gonna go with the 7, man. Cutting it the way you did, and that left side is just completely crumbling. You ducked one slice. Yeah, it's just man, it has potential.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like I want to eat it. I think it's a good looking bite, but I'll give that an 8. I can't give it a 9. Can't give it a 7.
CTBA, you use your own foil, apparently. I didn't know that. So.
Oh, CTBA. Okay.
So it may be. It may be. It's either that or it's at home practice run.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 for that. All right, next box, please. Eddie, whatever shows up, you're next. Okay, never mind. This is USC's. I need to improve my. Yeah. Oh my god.
This is a box I want to talk about. Not only is Lincoln Riley incorrect that he not only is his photograph skills are bad, this is actually terrible looking. It's probably drier than Tony Sinache likes to say, popcorn fart, and all those types of things. And he's from California, so I don't think he should be allowed to have an opinion.
You know, that's
barbecue.
just, you know, you can just feel that that's just going to like,
he shouldn't be allowed on
in
your
your
show.
mouth. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is terrible, Lincoln Riley.
All right. Next box, Eddie, you're up.
Bark. Fuck. I'm not up, right? It's the
You're up.
Gang goes
You're
first.
up. Oh, yeah. Gooder Gang goes first. Gooder Gang, do your thing. And Alonzo, we're doing poker faces until you're up, sir.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, while we're waiting, you a gamer? Those are some serious headphones, my bro.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I do like the game.
What do you like to play? What platform?
PC.
Okay.
Oh shit! So you're good.
Nah, my day job, I'm a IT guy, right? I'm a computer guy, so I'm just, like that's just kind of what I'm into. Like,
so you wear khakis?
No, I actually wear I wear FRs. I work at a chemical plant.
I'm just fucking. All right, Christian 10, Cody 10, the dude 10, Serge 10, Josh Hale. That's a big moment right there. 10, a beautiful bird 10, 9 from Eric Arnold. Looks nice. 10 looks good. 9 could be a little darker, more bass boat. 10 from Nicho 9. Raul 10. All right, Leonard 10, Hector 10, Peter 9, Rini 10, Carlos Calzada. Man, a lot of people chiming in right now tonight. A lot of 10s, a few 9s, but for the most part, we got a 10. All right, Brandon Flores, the only 8. Could be a little darker, missing some sauce on the back end of the breast. All right, Eddie, you're up first, sir.
I hate to do this.
Looks like an 8 for me.
I'm gonna hurt some feelings, but man, that's a 10 for me.
Oh,
love that color. For me, that's the perfect color on chicken.
Alonzo, you're up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that's a 10 for me. I agree. I really like the color. I personally like barbecue where you can see like a nice black pepper pop, and that bird has it. It's got a nice even glaze on it, from what I could tell. It looks really good.
Absolutely. When you said that black pepper pop, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about some of this.
I call it bass boat.
Bass boating, bro.
I call it bass boat.
All right. Yep. I am going to go with a strong 10. That's a 10 for me. Got a lot of bass boating. I like the color.
Put in the comments.
And it has a wing tip.
It does have a wingtip. I'm not a hater. I'm not a wingtip hater. It's good. Let's go. Next. The leg has no glaze. Okay, here we go. I'll go first on this one. Definitely a CBA box, obviously, because you got burnt ends in there. Gooder Gang, do your thing. 10 from Hector. 9, kind of red. Serge Gracida. 9, 10. Clean your lens. Yeah, absolutely. Terrible picture, by the way. 10, 9, missing one slice. 1, 2, 3. All right, I go first. This is an 8 for me. I do not like the first 2 slices on the back. Obviously, they're not symmetrical. I see, like in the middle, that second slice forward. That's a lot of red there. That's it just looks weird to me. And the burn ends look too dark. And also clean your lens. 8 for me. Eddie, you're up.
I don't like the odd number, but man, I'm gonna give it a 9. I like those. Okay. The first couple. Yeah, the first 3 slices look great. Burn ends, I don't really care for burn ends, so I'm not even judging those. That's good.
This might be the first time ever that I rated lower than Eddie. Alonzo, you're up, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to go with an 8 on this one. To be honest, I think those burnt ends look too dark just right off the bat. Like my eyes focus on that, and I don't think that they look very great. Mm-hmm. It just maybe it looks like caramelized a little bit too much on top. Back 2 slices don't look evenly sauced to me. But I agree those first 3 look pretty good. But I would still go with an 8 on this.
All right, 2 8s and a 9. I think Eddie's getting soft. Next. We got 3 solid rib cooks on this panel tonight. And we got a rib box in front of us. Gooder Gang, do your thing. Brandon Pearman first in with a 10. Serge, it looks good, 10. The Dude with a 9. Cody, 10. Nicho, 9. Hector, 200. Josh Hale, a 9. 10 all day, Texas made. I'll tell you later, 9. Eric, 9. Corby, 10. 8, Peter, seasoning uneven and sauce splotchy. All right, 10, Christian with a 9. What's up, Christian? Still in. First in, last in. All right, grab him in the brisket with a 9. Alonzo, you're up first, sir.
I might be being a little bit too nitpicky, but I think this is a 9. I don't think this is a 10. The reason I think that is because those back right 2 ribs are catching my eye right away. I can see bones there, and I can't see bones on the rest of them, and it just looks like they're a lot lower than the other 3. Like it looks to me like these front 5 and the back left 3 all came maybe from the same rack, and then they filled in with 2 from a separate rack.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the bottom rack and the right 2 on the bottom rack?
Yeah, the bottom right 2.
They look flipped, don't they?
Yeah, they look flipped. Like they look backwards from the other ones.
Yeah.
I personally don't like that. And I mean the ribs overall, they don't look bad at all. It's just I'm very nitpicky, so that right there is the first. Out of everything, I first caught those 2 bones and they look backwards or upside down or whatever. So I'm going 9.
I'm gonna go 9 as well, just for that same reason. If those are flipped on the backside, and we can't tell because this is a side angle, 9. But everything else about this looks okay. Looks like the sauce is not overly sauced. I can see some bass boating. I do see some pale spots. That's why I can't give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9. Eddie,
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Why?
So first of all, I hate 10-bone boxes. Just
What?
because I hate 10-bone boxes.
Why?
Because I feel like you gotta put some shitty ribs in there to fill it up to get your 10. And I feel like there's 3 shitty ribs in here that don't belong in there. So you could have took that on the first top row, that right rib, and used that one on the bottom and got your 8 bones, and it would have been a perfect box. Man, there's those 2 back ribs are pretty bad, and then
Are those 2 back ribs? Do you see that too? Are those flipped?
They look flipped to me. I mean, I'm trying to look at the reflection off the foil. I don't see a bone. I don't see no toenails.
All right, nice. All right, next box, Ty.
Leave 10 bones alone. Carlos.
Alonzo needs more vodka. Eddie is savage. Eddie, we can't be friends anymore. I'm tired of being. Can't say that word on the show. Los. Leave 10 bones alone. 7. Shit. Sergio Chapa pass. Serge Gracida. Poker face. 8. 7, 8, 8, 8. All right, a lot of 7s, a lot of 8s. I'll go first here. Yeah, immediately I wanted to say poker face, so that's an 8 for me. Nothing looks uniform. First 2 are not uniform. I mean, 3 and 4 are pretty uniform. The rest are not. So if you could duplicate what you did on 3 and 4, awesome. But this is an 8 for me. Alonzo, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty harsh on this one. I gotta say this is a 7 for me. Mm-hmm. The bark on top, well, it essentially looks like there is no bark on top. It's kind of like washing off, and so those little ridges that you have on your slices is probably coming from an electric knife that doesn't have the right blades. So maybe think about different blades on your electric knife. And I think the slices are really, really thick. So, but the biggest thing is the bark for sure. Unfortunately, it doesn't look very appetizing.
Eddie,
you want me to go, or you just?
Yeah, you're up.
I mean, I'm gonna just go with Sergio Chapa on this one. Pass.
Pass.
All right.
7. That's a 7 for me. I mean, same reasons. Washed off bark, slices too thick, dirty box. Yeah.
So for the next box, we have a special. Since it's the 7th box of the night, here's the 7th box.
You
7.
Yeah, I'll give that a 7.
Yeah, definitely 7.
Congratulations to Phil Breeden and Carmen and Reed. LC Barbecue for getting number 7. We've said this many times tonight. Congratulations. Number 7. Yeah, everybody should give this a 7 tonight. What's your cereal of choice, Alonzo?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch all day, every day.
That's a pretty good one. Eddie?
I don't eat cereal.
Come on, bro.
I don't. I swear to God.
This one's a pretty solid one for me.
But if I had to pick, and everybody gives me shit about it, fucking corn pops.
Corn pops are good, bro. I also like Apple Jacks a lot. Apple Jacks to me is like they're fire. I think they're slept on.
How about Sugar Smacks? Is that still a thing? No. Have you heard of Sugar Smacks?
I have.
Ty, have you?
I feel like I have, maybe.
Ty has.
Of course I have, yeah.
Ty has. Is Sugar Smack still a thing, Ty?
I don't think it's much of a thing now. My kid likes Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I try to tell him, Cinnamon Toast Crunch don't make a badass barbecue name, so he needs to start eating Lucky Charms. So,
hey, Gooder Gang, put your cereal of choice. I do love some Lucky Charms. I think it's a great one. Captain Crunch is another good one. Yeah, that's pretty solid. All right. Next.
I think we saw this one.
No, we have not.
Last week.
Okay, well, let's do it again. All right, we got some Wick cereal, Apple Jacks, dig 'em, Sugar Smack. Yeah, I told you. Grabbing the brisket knows what I'm talking about. Corn Pops go hard. Golden Grams. All right. Raisin Brand. Come on, Serge. Leonard Love Frosted Flakes. I mean, that's a classic. Fruity Pebbles is good. Sugar Smacks are legit. Thank you very much. Peanut Butter Captain Crunch. All right. Captain Crunch all day. All right, Rini Gonzalez. Here we go. 9. All right, we saw it last week. The wingtip is up and not cooked all the way. 10 from Texas. Well, new round of cooks, new round of judges. Sorry, new round of judges.
that's funny that you say that because I actually thought that too. But I think I missed the guys or the person who sent this to me. So this, I do think I remember seeing this, but he sent it again to me this week.
That's all right. We'll do it again.
Let's judge the hell out of it again.
We'll let Alonzo Cantu, a new judge, go first. You're up.
Man, I just feel like I'm so harsh. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna
go. Just do it.
I'm gonna go 8 on it because the first thing I notice is the sauce is really splotchy all over, and then also I can see a lot of graininess in his finishing powder. And I don't really care for that, especially like if you look at the leg, it's got the leg and the thigh have a lot of splotchiness on it. I don't really care for that, but
what do you mean by graininess on the finishing powder?
Okay, so if you look at his chicken breast, you can see his seasoning that he used for the original cook of the bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the black pepper and stuff that it's almost like already on the bird.
Right.
But on top of that, it's almost mixed in with his sauce. You can see like a bunch of granules of whatever he used to try and add extra flavor to the end of his chicken cook.
Yep.
So I think, unfortunately, he tried to do a little bit too much in the end of this, and that graininess doesn't look very good. Oh, look, yeah, Caesar said too much bass boating. So yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not trying to be too harsh, but I think an 8. I think if you fix that, those two things alone take you to a pretty solid 9.
All right, Eddie, you're up.
Man, I believe I said this, but it's gonna be an 8 for me. Man, they just cut out too much of the backbone. So it looks like if you grab this chicken by the leg, you're gonna keep a leg quarter in your hand, and it's just gonna be skin holding it together. And yes, graininess. I don't think this chicken's done yet. Wing still kind of standing up, splotchiness. Sauce, yeah, it's an 8.
All right. It's an 8 for me as well. That's what I said last weekend. I don't think that it's completely done. I think that wing needs to follow through with the cooking process and come down. I'm not 100% sure that I agree with what Alonzo said about the graininess, because if you're going to put some finishing dust on something, it's going to sit on top of the sauce. But the Eddie
word dust, right?
So, yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I grind
my shit just for this reason, because I don't want them to see. I just want it to kind of blend in,
all in. Yeah. That's what I feel.
You know about dusting, Rob. Come on.
I do know about dusting.
You dumped the whole bottle on your ribs.
I did do that. All right. Yeah, not my favorite bird here. 8. Next. Obviously got a pork box here. All right, we got 8, 9, 8, 8, 8. It's a little too much. Sometimes less is more. Too many choices.
Only 2.
All right. I'll go first here. A lot of people being harsh on this. I think it's a 9 on this. I want to try those monies. I don't care about the bottom. Although it was pushed in front, so I guess you got to pay attention to it. I could use a little more sauce on that. I'll give that a I'll give that a 9. I'll go Alonzo next.
I'm gonna go 8 because of the first 3 small ones look way out of place. If they were closer to the size of the rest of them, I probably could have gone 9. I don't think it looks horrible at all, but I definitely do not like those first 3. They look way too small compared to the rest of those monies, in my opinion.
Eddie?
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna go 8. The pool does not look good, actually, at all. Those 3 little ones that y'all are talking about, man, those are the 3 true money muscles on this box.
Yeah, those are the money muscles.
They are.
You know?
They actually look the best, but I just don't like.
Man, they look the best. They got a perfect shape, brown, and this is what I turned in at. My money muscles look like this at the KCBS Invitational, but yeah, I mean the rest of them are all uneven. None of them look the same, and that shredded just got to go. So,
what do you guys think about shredded? Are you guys putting that in?
I put it at the bottom of my box. I use it basically as heat for the most part.
So it's not visible.
Most of the time, no.
Most of the time, not.
If I take a bite and it's like, oh my gosh, that is incredible. I really want them to try that today. That's where I'll kind of pull out my boxes where, I do the cascading monies or whatever, and I'll throw pulled in it. But for the most part, it's just used as like heat on the bottom.
All right, next up,
like there's some under this box. It looks like it's sitting on a bed of pulled.
Yeah, it looks like there's a whole bed of pulled on this whole thing. I'll be right back. Y'all go to the next box, and I'll come back and be last.
Where are you cooking next, bro?
Hopefully Lost Lagoon. You? Oh, you're going this weekend, right?
I'm cooking this weekend in Schulenburg, but I don't know if I'm gonna make Lost Lagoon this year. Probably hit a KCBS that weekend.
I really want to go to Pine Bluff this year, dude.
Oh fuck yeah, bro!
You're going?
Yeah, I went last year. I don't want to blame it on anything, like no excuses, but I didn't take my Jambo. I hadn't cooked on drums in like 2 years, so I took nothing but drums, and yeah, it's not like riding a bike. So,
yeah, you were just trying to make it easier on travel, or what?
Yeah, well, I had just gotten my trailer like that week.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I didn't have time to put my Jambo on there. I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna dust off these drums," and it was not it.
Yeah. No, I think I don't want to say for sure, right? But the plan is to go to Pine Bluff, try it over there. I've only done the one KCBS last year, the Danny Dietz, but dude, I loved how fast paced it was.
Oh,
I loved it. It was so fun. So I'm looking forward to that.
Are you coming to the Danny Dietz this year?
Yeah, I plan on it. Yep.
I'll be there. I'll be sure to introduce myself to you.
Look
It's been
forward
great
to it,
getting
brother.
to know you on the show, man.
No, I appreciate it, brother. I can't wait to shake your hand.
All right, so looks like we got what do we got? Yeah, bunch of 9s. 9, Serge 9, Nicho 9, Brian Fox 9.
Yeah.
Some guy named Brandon 9. Sergio, yeah, 9. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, I agree. 9. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks pretty appetizing. I wish there was a little more pulled on that left side, the top left. I see a little bit too much foil up there, but other than that, I mean the chunks look good. Monies are pretty proportional, so overall, it's not a bad box. I don't think. I like the color of the pork too. It looks really good.
I like the color of the pork, but I think I'm gonna go 8 on this one. The pulled probably shouldn't be in there. It looks a little dry.
Yeah.
Now the money muscles, I don't know if they cooked it on the butt still attached, and that's what I'm thinking, but I feel like the money muscles were cooked kind of on their side when they and you take that money muscle and rotate it to get the actual money muscle on the top, and then that extra little muscle on the bottom. Would have made it a lot better. That's why you got all these splits right down the middle of you. You see what I'm saying? You got all these splits all down the middle.
Yeah, and even up on the top right, I see you got the natural fat seam right there. Kind of.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Am I up? Am I up?
You're up.
I don't like it. 8.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't like the color of the. I don't like the color of the chunks. They need to have more darkness to them. If you're gonna do chunks, I mean, they just look like pale monies sitting on the side there. That I don't like the top end, and there's just you could have filled that box. I think there's 1, 2, 3. There's probably like 12 money muscles sitting here. 8 for me. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Next. How many more we got, Ty?
Quick, we have. I mean, I have about 35 more, but I figured we could do 4 more after this one.
That sounds good.
Okay, that last one, or this one right here, excuse me. I'm not going to say whose it is because I don't see them in the comments, but this actually did pretty well at the contest that it was entered in.
Of course, I don't doubt it that they do well. We're just trying to help them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's that's how exacting you guys are. Like, I didn't know what you meant by when you said cut that money muscle the right way up the seam. What does that mean exactly?
So if you look at the first slice or the first money muscle, there's a fat seam, right? So the bigger piece, that's your money muscle. The other,
it's on the bottom though.
Yeah, the bottom part is the money muscle. Now the top part, that's another muscle. And man, I'm not a professional on pork parts. Maybe Alonzo can chime in on this one, but that might be one of the, I don't know, tubes or something.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that is, but I mean it's definitely not the same, muscle. That's where you get that. That's why I like to trim them bigger and stuff like that. Like if I notice that it's actually like popping out, I'll take shears and I'll actually cut it along the side of the money muscle to retain its shape throughout the cook, because sometimes depending on how you inject, if you inject a little bit too much in between that fat seam, it'll actually blow up your money muscle, and that's where you get all those pieces that just don't look perfectly round or more close to perfectly round.
Yep.
That's why I continuously like to trim and make sure.
Yeah, that's I really enjoy the insight that we get from this, from all you guys. I'll go ahead and switch to the next box here. But like, to be able for me to judge a box, and I'm like the layman judges, but I've always called for like more edification of the judging, for the rules, what they should be looking at, what are the finer points of, when they cut a piece open and look at it. Like, I always thought that the judges didn't necessarily have to be certified, but the way that like Alonzo markets himself, if consumers of this, people that watch this were to just watch it, and judges listen to this show, they're going to learn all kinds of different stuff about it, and that's going to make the whole product better anyway. So yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, next is a rib box. We will be judging this. I'll say 8, but I'll give it a 9. 9, color's great. Should have flipped them the other way. We got 3 more after this. 10 for 10 bones. Okay. 9. A lot of 9s in here. 8. Hashtag no filter. I'll take the lead on this one. I mean, it's hard to judge. There's definitely a filter on this box right now, so I'm gonna give it a 8. I like the bottom rack. Should have flipped. Those should be on top. The bottom should be on bottom. I mean, the top should be on bottom. 8 for me. Alonzo.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with on the 8. Those the top ones, I just don't like how some of the bones are popping out. Some of them still have some of the ribs stuck to it. They look, I don't know, they look a little bit dark on the front side, like furthest away from us. But yeah, I agree. I think the bottom ones look better. I would go 8 on this.
All right, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the 8. I feel like they added this filter to lighten up the box because they were too dark. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I like the bottom. Well, from what I can see on the bottom, they look better than the top.
Should have hidden the toenails. I like the toenails, honestly. I'm a fan of toenails.
I would have took this whole box and just flipped it around, and
I am claiming this box no filter.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I saw the picture without a filter. Just saying. I think I did. I think I did. All right, next. It's a good looking box though. I mean, this is somebody that watches the show.
No wingtip.
No wingtip. They watch the show. I mean, I'll go last on this box right here. Nope, that was the color of the ribs. Okay, all right.
Chill, bro.
Cody Nieto, 10. Stephen Foster, 9. No bass boating. Surge. Gracida. James, 9. Amputee. Split right behind the right wing. Okay, I see what you're saying. Hard 9. 9. I like more bass boating. 9. Eddie, you're up first on this chicken box, bro, man.
So we always talk about bass boating, but I feel like this is more like a pontoon. It's gonna be a 7 for me, man.
Ooh, 7.
The wings look like, again, I've probably said this a lot of times with different boxes, but if I take a bite of that chicken wing, that whole skin's coming with it. And yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the color. I like some of the color, like it's pretty splotchy, I guess, but yeah, a little light, really light on seasoning. Good try though. I mean, it has potential.
Good try, Alonzo.
So you went 7?
I went 7. Pontoon boating.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you. It has potential, but I'm gonna go with an 8 because I just feel like I agree with you. Really lightly seasoned. The chicken wings, the glaze on them doesn't look great, and I mean it also could just be the picture, right? But the breast looks a lot darker than the rest of the bird. But like I said, that could just be the picture.
All right, next.
What did you give it, Rob?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll give that a. I mean, I can tell this somebody that has watched the show. I'll give it an 8. I can't kill it. I like the no chicken wings. I don't like the spaces in between. It seems like they could have fit a little more wings. If you're going to fill the box, fill the box. I could use a little more bass boat, and I could use a little more darkness. So 8. Sorry, whoever's bird that was.
Put it in the box. Put it in the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
I call it bass boat.
All right, next. I'll go first on this one. Next. I mean, not next, but Gooder Gang, do your thing. Seven, Chris Main. What's up, Chris Main? The barbecue shanty. Smoking and toasting. You say amen. Dog tree. Oh, come on, Surge. Come on, Surge. James Miller, 8. Oh, good God. Poker face.
I want to see Jackie's comment on this one.
Wow. Is Jackie here?
No.
Oh, yeah. Jackie would not be kind. Leonard Love with an 8. All right, who's going first here?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
So, it's definitely a 7. The color, and it might be the picture too. The picture quality, but it looks like it has a fucking smoke ring that goes all the way through the damn meat. And I don't know if they were getting ready for the fucking Deadpool X-Men movie, but that X, bro, that ain't it. I don't like the layout of this box.
That's a cross, bro. How could you be like that to a cross?
Looks like an X to me.
All right,
corner to corner, that's an X.
All right, I'm gonna go 8. I don't like. I mean, I would have rather you like if you're gonna do chunks on both sides, just make chunks on one side and push everything over to the right. I think you had a better option there. Yeah, it's an 8 for me. Alonzo.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same exact thing. I feel like if you're gonna put the chunks in there, you might as well push them to one side and try and like fill the box up more. I don't like all the foil.
Yeah.
I definitely think the color looks a little more off just because of the picture, if I'm being honest. But I'm also gonna go with an 8. It's I contemplated a 7, but man, actually I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to go 7. It just
7. He contemplated and said yes, 7.
It unfortunately it doesn't really look too appetizing.
Yeah, and the camera lens is clean that shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think a lot of it has to do with literally just the picture that was taken.
Yeah,
it makes it hard sometimes.
All right, next, please. I'll go poker face on this one. Next. 10-9. Little Gringo's not a fan of tiger stripes. 9, 9, 9, 9. 10, James Miller. Leonard Love, 9. Cody, 9. All right. Alonzo, I'll let you go first.
I'm going to go 9 here. I think it looks pretty good, but the tiger stripes look a little bit uneven, like closer to the breast. They don't look they're as deep as over there near the leg and thigh. But overall, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I actually think that the darker color bird actually looks kind of good here, which I typically don't like, but I'll go 9. I think it looks pretty good.
Eddie?
I really wanted to give it a 10, but I'm going to go 9. Man, the fucking wings. Man, the wings look great.
I agree. That first one, bottom
That
right, looks
first one looked fucking perfect, bro. But the half, yeah, the tiger stripes ain't. I mean, for me, I don't really care for tiger stripes, but and I don't know if they closed the box and then opened it to take a picture because it looks like they took a chunk of that sauce off on that leg. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty close, man. It's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking wings look badass though.
All right, I cannot give this a score. That's my box. And yes, it was closed and opened. And no, purposely, I do not try to get dark ass tiger stripes on the chicken. I purposely try to get a little tinge. They made it a little darker than I wanted to, but yeah, that is a first place chicken all day long, everywhere across the state. Yeah. So
how did this one do?
It was 10th place overall.
Oh, wow. That fucking that first wing, bro.
Yeah, the wings do look good.
That first wing. I want to eat this fucking bird.
Yeah, that's my bird.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's my bird. Yeah. Not the finish I wanted, but I will turn it in every day, every week, anywhere I go. All right, next.
We did this one.
I did tell Eddie I was going to put one box of mine in there. That was it. And for the 43 people still watching, there you go. You get a little nice taste of the bird. All right. Okay.
This one.
We did this one.
No, I think we did this one. I don't like it.
I think it was a 6. Just kidding.
We saw this one, Ty. Next one. Is there any more? All right, it's 10:43, gentlemen. Y'all, Gooder Gang that's still watching, y'all want to go a little till 11? And boys, do y'all want to go till 11? We're talking about 15 more minutes.
It's your show, bro.
It's our show, Eddie.
It's your world. I'm just living
we're talking about 2 more boxes, and then we close out. So
yeah, we do 2 more.
2 more after this, and we'll close out the show. I'll go first on this pork box. A lot of 9s, 8, 10 from Choppa. Yeah, man. All right. I don't like the sauce in the very front. It's drawing my eye attention here. Other than that, though, I'm fine with this. I'm going to give it a solid 9. It could be a 10 if you would have sauced those a little more evenly. I'd give that a 10. I'm going to give it a 9 right now. Eddie?
I'm going to give it a solid 7. That sauce is fuck, bro.
A 7, bro.
I feel like what happened to you with your dust happened to them with their fucking sauce.
With their sauce.
Yeah, yeah. Clean it up. Fuck. Yeah. No.
All right. Alonzo.
I'm gonna go 8 for pretty much the same exact reason Eddie just said. But I mean, I don't mind the shape of the monies or anything like that. They look pretty good overall. I just think that the sauce, like Eddie said, is my eyes instantly go there. Like it's hard to not.
Mine too, but I went 9 because if you clean that up, it could have been a 10. But no, y'all went 9. Could have cleaned it up. Could have been 9. Could have been 10. All right, let's go next. Yes, Louis Gonzalez. We're still going. We're going for another 15 minutes.
Well, sauce is part of the barbecue, brother.
All right. Let's let the good game time in here. Pitmaster with a 9. Perrin.
If it's in the box, it's gonna get judged, right? So sauce is part of it.
Fox with a 9. Fox making the final table on Eddie's power rankings. By Raul Gonzalez 9. Peter with a 9. All right, 9.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. So 9, bunch of 9s. Leonard Love 9.
What are you going on that?
Man, I wanted to give it a 9, but fuck. I mean, I'll give it a 9. They ran out of ribs, obviously.
Yeah.
They used a tip. So if it was my box, I'd take this whole thing and just kind of rotate it, right? So the bones, I'd put the bones on the left side and use that front bone, I'd put it in the back to where you can't see it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think 9 for me too, just specifically because of that one. I don't like that tip right there.
Yeah. I mean, I'd try to hide it.
That happened to me, but I went away.
Yeah. This was your first ever IBCA rib box, and yes, ran out of ribs.
Did we both grade it?
We did, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
And those are some. They look like big ass ribs. So we got 4 on the bottom. I don't like that first end piece. It's definitely the end piece of a rack and not in the middle. I still like it. I'm gonna give it a 9. I give it a 9. I like the color. I like the smoke ring. I like everything. I like the toenails. I'm good with this. 9. What'd you guys rate it?
9.
I give it a 9. Yeah.
All right. Next. Obviously, KCBS box. We're going to rate it on a scale of 9. I'm sorry, 10 through 7. What's going on now? What's up, last call heroes? Travis in the house. What's going on, man? My reception's going in and out. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. Shut up. Stop. All right, we're getting close to the end of the show. We got 10 more minutes. All right, who's up? What do we got? 8, 9, 8. Not a KCBS. We're doing the scale of 10 through 7.
So that means 7.
Ooh, okay.
No, not for me.
Oh,
I'm saying the 8 means 7.
All right. I'll go first. Is that a 6th money muscle on the end? I'll assume that it is. We're just doing appearance here. I'm going to give that a. I'm gonna give that an 8. I do not like all of the green showing. My opinion. I need to see more in the box. I need to see more from the pitmaster to fill this box. 8 out of 10. Alonzo.
Yeah, I think I go I think I go 8. Honestly, everything that's in the box I think looks pretty good.
It does.
I just don't see enough of it. So it's hard to go between 8 and 9 because I do think what's in the box looks good. Sauce looks super even. Food actually looks, in my opinion, pretty good. But
yeah, everything looks pretty. I just want to see more, in my opinion.
Yeah,
no, I agree. I want to see more as well.
That's a perfect box for the. Oh, that's a perfect box for the Royal. Eddie.
So, yeah, the parsley looks great, Brian Fox.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks great.
The parsley. But man, I think this is a. Now, I'm not going to take into consideration the shape of all the money muscles because that's all fucked off. But this is a perfect box. I don't have a problem with how much is in there. That's great. It's great for KCBS. It will be a KCBS 9 all day. But for me, man, if I got to be critical, fucking
you don't
shape of your money muscles.
You don't have to be. So what's your score?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
All right.
It's a perfect KCBS box.
Yeah, I see what Last Call Heroes is saying too, though, because I've had a lot of people tell me, like, man, if something's not good, don't put it in. Maybe everything else wasn't that great, and this is what he had,
Right.
I've done this exact box, but instead of the pooled, it was chunks.
All right, next. How many we got, Ty?
That was it.
All right. We are Dunsky. Which is perfect timing. We got 8 minutes left in the show. Alonzo Cantu, thank you very much for being our guest tonight. You were awesome. We got to meet you. We got to hear a little bit about your barbecue journey. We got to hear about what you have planned in the future, and we got to hear about what it takes to build something like you've done, which I'm very I'm a fan of your barbecue channel, your YouTube channel, man. It's pretty awesome.
No, man, I appreciate you and Eddie having me on. Means a lot. Like I said, I always love the opportunity to get on and talk about what we're doing, how we're doing it. And man, if anybody ever has any questions, like I said, I'm no professional, but I really believe like we can all help each other grow in this, right? The larger barbecue is, the larger we can be. So I appreciate the opportunity, man. This is an awesome show. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Let's give some shout outs to people you want to give some love to, man.
Man, like I said, just Sabrina, my wife Sabrina, and my dad. My dad is actually at every single competition that I do, so he helps a lot too. He washes the dishes and watches my kids. So shout out to my dad, and then shout out to my boys that help me back home. Chance, Travis, they film with me a lot. They're there for a lot of my YouTube videos and helping me out. So I appreciate them. And then of course, everybody else we already talked about tonight. And then shout out to you guys one more time just for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's a lifestyle, bitches. That was what Eddie said earlier today.
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day. A lot of people coming in with some great shows, and I appreciate that. We appreciate every one of the Gooder gang for doing that. We do the show each and every Wednesday at 8:00. Eddie, you got anything you want to add for our guest tonight, Mr. Alonzo Cantu and Phil
from Wish. That was great. Nah, man, Alonzo did a great job as always. I mean, he's used to this. He's used to being in front of the camera, so he did a great job, man. Great information. And yeah, I mean, keep doing the good job, man. You're fucking killing it on your videos, obviously killing it in competition, man. Just keep doing what you do. And like we said, fuck them haters, bro.
Yep.
Fuck them haters. I want to give a special some love to Alonzo, man. Thank you very much for coming on with us tonight. I do appreciate and I do love watching what you guys are doing, you and your wife. I love seeing a husband and wife team excel in barbecue, and you guys are doing it on the competition barbecue scene. And I just love what you guys are doing on the backside with your YouTube channel. It's an inspiration for me. I want to grow what we're doing here. And I love seeing what you guys are doing. And I did notice you're kind of pivoting a little bit from competition to just appealing to the masses, man. And I love that with the hot dog show and whatnot. And I meant to get to that earlier, but man, we'll do that another time, man. But thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you guys one more time, man. Means a lot for having me on. So see y'all soon.
All right. Well, think it is. Ty, come on in here. Let Alonzo go. Ty, get in here. What'd you think of Alonzo Cantu? Go Coast.
It was great. Every time we hear a new perspective, just to hear the different insights of the way he presents on his YouTube channel, how to eat something, that can mean something in a matter of big contests. And, if people are starting to figure out the tendencies of how someone's going to pick up a piece of meat, then they're doing all the homework. So, and I love this for the sport of barbecue. I mean, I love Texas barbecue, but I love hearing about Memphis. I love hearing about Kansas City, and I love all the backyard stuff. So everything I learned in this show, I feel like I'm privileged to hear. You guys are rock stars, and I can't speak highly enough of the culture that you guys have created, and especially most of the events I've been around have been CBA, but I love what Dennis Butterworth does with IBCA. So I know that all the stuff that they do is great. I watch the Outlaws podcast when they do their stuff. So just being in this whole culture has been very fun. And talking about being like an OG member to the So Smoking Gooder show, like some of those people that I've heard about in the very early days of the show are now on people's Mount Rushmore. So that's cool as hell.
It is awesome. Eddie, before we get you out of here, anybody want to give a shout out to before we let everybody go?
Yeah, I mean, Joey Machado, Texas Original Charcoal, Cosmos, Gourmet Wood Products, Jambo. That's pretty much it. Prairie Fresh.
There it was. Hey, thank you everybody for watching the show tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are always the best of the show. The Gooder gang, you guys are always the best of the show, and we do this for you guys. We'll have another great guest next week, but thank you to Alonzo Cantu, Gulf Coast Smoke. Thank you to our producer, Mr. Ty Cobb, in the background doing all the heavy lifting, and of course my co-host, Mr. Eddie Morales. We'll be back next week at 8 o'clock Central, right here on all of these platforms. Mr. Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation, YouTube, California.